They don't really want to hear the truth no more. Think they scared how it make them feel. And you could say anything you want about me. I ain't worried, that don't make it real. They don't really want to hear the real no more. Think they scared how it make them act. And you could say anything you want about me. I ain't tripping, that don't make it fact.
Nah, I'm joking. What's good, people? What's really good? Good morning, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this and wherever you're watching this in the world, isn't it? My name is Joe Blackman, and welcome to another episode of Truth is True. Yes, here we go. Here we go again. You know what? Thank you for anybody who's pulled up, anybody that's watching right now, and anybody that's watching later on. Please make sure you do the nice thing and drop a like straight away. If you have done, you're amazing. If you haven't, please do it now. And also, if you're a brand new person watching this video, brand new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to try and drop a lot more videos like this in the future. I promise. I'm trying, because you know what? One thing that we need to do more often is checking on our strong friends, yeah? And it doesn't even have to be strong friends. Just checking on your neighbors, checking on your peoples, checking on everybody that you care about. And you just ask them how they're doing. And this is what this show is about. If anybody wants to come and talk, just speak what's on their mind, express how they've been, whatever they've been going through. I know, well, one thing I want to do first of all, before I go any further, actually, is just give a big thank you to the Reckless community. If you guys don't know who the Reckless community is, I am a very big part of KG Reckless Sports and the wider community, and they showed me a lot of love while my son was in hospital recently, and they also showed me a lot of love when my aunt passed away back in February. So you know what, I just want to send a big thank you. Yeah, big thank you. Big thank you to the Reckless delegates, to the Reckless community and the wider community who have showed me love. Don't think it's not appreciated. Every single word has been appreciated. But with that being said, enough with the soppy stuff. It might get soppier, to be fair. But what I'm going to be encouraging everybody to do is to please call in and just share your feelings, because like I said, recently I had my son in the hospital and I was going through it. I was there every single day. Every single day I was at the hospital while he was in the hospital. And it's had me, the way people reached out to me saying that, I've got some people were speaking, I think it was Christian from the Reckless Delegates. He said that he was going through something. I'm not going to reveal anybody's personal business. So if he wants to come in and talk about it, obviously come and talk about it. I know Connor's been going through some stuff. He shared with us here recently on the channel about his dad and things like that. I also know there's a guy over on the Reckless Delegates channel, and also he's a big part of the UV community as well. His name's Araya Danyala. I know that he's going through something as well. Guys, pull up. Feel free to share whatever's on your mind. Yeah, especially the guys, because I know men don't like to share too much. I expressed this last time I spoke on this channel about my feelings, yeah, and this is where this show ideas come up from in the first place, if I'm being honest with you. I want there to be a safe space, place where everybody can feel that they can come and speak and share how they're feeling, whatever they're going through. I don't care if it's a medical situation. Look, I am no trained psychiatrist. Right, I'm not a counselor. I might go do some courses soon though, just so that I can be better at this. But for now, I'm not trained. It's just a space for everybody to come and talk and share their feelings. Yeah, if you feel like you want to talk, that is. Yeah. So first thing I'm gonna do, yeah, let me keep yapping. I'm gonna keep on yapping a little bit, but I'm gonna just like drop a link in the chat right now. So if anybody wants to come and share their feelings, share what they've been going through, talk that talk, then it's there straight away. Yeah. So there we go. Let me see if I can pin that as well, because yeah, trying to be a YouTuber in it and all that. But yeah, hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see if I can pin that. Here we go. Bear with me 1 second, people. Computer's not the fastest in the world. And the message is pinned. Blah down. It should be pinned anyway. Let me know if it's not. I think it really is. All right, there we go. Now, back to the matter at hand. Like I said, if you want to call in, please call in. I do have one caller already. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Hey, please pull up when you can, Abdullah. Yeah. Um, Bots, Botswana Pappy, are you there? You're on mute, bro. If you don't know, you're on mute.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, what's going on, bro? How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going on in your life, bro? Is everything good? What's really good? We don't, we talk a lot, yeah, because obviously I help out with your shows and stuff like that, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's going on in life? What's going on in life just in general? That's all I want to know, bro.
Yeah, man. It's funny because like, life is like when you're journeying in life, there's always like stuff that everybody's got something going on in that they're carrying in the pocket, a couple of stones that they're carrying in the pocket. And like these stones, like they they don't stop you from moving, but like you feel them as you move. And sometimes like they change in like weight, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, so I just been walking through life with just the stones that I in my pocket, and one of the stones, Joe, is like um
Go on, be
like
honest. You know what? Please, yeah.
in the last year.
It's not. There's not a lot of people here, bro. So please feel free to share whatever's on your mind.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, oh no, it's not about people. I actually encourage everybody to just like just don't think too much about it. Just hit the link and call in and come share, because there's power in sharing. You know what I mean? If you never know, your story could be something similar to somebody else, and you could inspire. You could kind of comfort other people. There's just so much power in sharing. But anyway, so the thing that I was like saying is that like in the last year, I've lost a lot of people that are really close to me, family and like friend. Like, bro, it's been a crazy year. It's been a
How
crazy
close
year.
are we talking? How close are we talking? If you don't mind
So
me asking, sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So pretty much like my best friend from college, he passed. And it's like that's one of the hardest thing to like really, 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 really like grieve and like process. And the thing
So,
that's
yeah, I
that's
say that.
that's particularly hard is like he took his own life, and
Shit, seriously.
yeah, 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 Joe, yeah. And sorry, I
Oh,
shouldn't have been the
deep
first
turn.
caller, huh?
No, 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 you're fine. No, bro, it's exactly what we need to talk about because you know what
Yeah,
people. Do you know what the thing is? People don't talk about things like this enough because when
yeah,
something like that happens, right? And how was you guys are age mates, obviously, then yeah, because you
yeah,
went to college
yeah.
with me.
Hell yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
that kind of stuff makes you think, what the hell was he going through? Like,
Right?
I'm depending on what you're going. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not saying you're living your best life, but you're doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
To think that someone that you went to college with
yeah,
don't necessarily to do that to themselves.
yeah,
What
yeah,
makes you
yeah,
think what went wrong from when I last saw you? Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
how to
yeah, yeah.
reach out. All sorts of questions would be running through your head. I mean, I can't even imagine. Like, please, you tell me what kind of questions was running through your head, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like always like there's always the inevitable like, oh, how could I have reached out more? How could I have been more present? Or how could I have been like, how could I have made some decisions that could have prevented this? You know what I mean? And the thing about it is like, it's like, as somebody that like is close to this person, is like, you kind of like, it's a guilt. It's a real guilt that you carry. And at the same time, like, um you understand that like we're all carrying stones, as I said at the beginning of the call. Like, these are some of the stones that we're carrying. And like, as people, especially as men, like there's a lot of pressure on men. And like, your mental health can just tip. It can just flip any second. You know what I mean?
Bro, look, I've been there. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you and say I've never been depressed. I've been through some
Yeah.
stuff in my life, you know what I mean, that makes you think deep, dark thoughts and make you think, is it worth carrying on sometimes? I don't know about anybody else, but I've had thoughts like that. So not to the thought, not to the extent where I felt like I needed to carry it out. You know, when you go like, is there any point? There's
Yes.
been thoughts like that before. Do
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, would it be better if I just disappeared? Them kind of thoughts. Yeah.
Yes. No, no. So
Reality
like
hits you.
a lot of people think about suicide than we acknowledge. A lot of people think about, how to get out of the hurdles that they're going through, you know, more than we want to talk about. And it's crazy because like these obviously things that like, support systems that we just sort of just like have, but the problem is sometimes, Joe, like um those support systems change, or there's like something that happens that like flips. As I said, it's like anything in life can just like happen, or you can like isolate yourself from a support system. Sometimes it can be that,
That's another
you
thing.
know and
This is another reason why this I think like something like this is important, yeah, because when people lose their network around them, yeah, I want there
Mhm.
to be somewhere where you feel like you could just talk to somebody, and I want to be that somebody, even if you don't want to talk to me, even if you don't
Yeah.
know me, come and talk people because it's important to share your feelings, yeah.
Yes.
You-
Yes.
And, and you know what? You said you shouldn't be the first caller, but in all honesty, what you're talking about is a perfect example of why this show is important, bro. Yeah. If you know,
100%.
check on your friends, and not just check on your friends, but make sure that you also reach out to someone. Because you know what, if your friend had reached out to you, it would have made such. I well and truly believe it would have made a big difference. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you
yeah,
felt,
yeah.
you probably didn't want to share, and
Yeah.
I don't know. You know why it was, or
So
did you
so
even
yeah,
know?
I mean
Like,
it's one of those things where it's like sometimes also, you can have a situation, Joe, where somebody has already like planned this meticulously, that like even if you have reached out, that wouldn't necessarily like change that mind, because they
of course,
sometimes those situations happen. And as a person living life, you can find yourself sort of just, um somehow just grieving somebody for any particular reason, and it's not necessarily just that they took their own life. It's like it's just a difficult thing that we all process differently, you know and sometimes it can, you've seen some people really change for the worst, and like, or deal with it really terribly, and like, it's a really difficult thing to lose a loved one. And anybody that has lost one, they could tell you that story, and it's all so unique. But these other things though, that like, I feel like, we have to mention that like a part of like figuring life out is just to keep pedaling forward. There's some strength that you can get from that as well, from like not folding and letting that like grieving take over you. You have to make space for it. You have to take time and really process what's happened. But also after that, you have to send like a one way of dealing with it. I'm not saying it's the way to deal with grief, but like, it's one way of dealing with it, is like trying to like really make sure that like you still also keep moving forward, because that gives you a little bit of a momentum, and you start seeing the color of life again, and you can start like really trying to let that person live through you some of the things that they
yes. Don't
represent. You
let
know what
the
I mean?
grief capture you, though. I think one of the
Exactly.
main things I think that we need to take away from this is don't let the grief take you over. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is one thing to grieve, but it's another thing to let it consume you. Yeah,
Yes.
and when
Yes.
grief consumes you, that's when you get yourself into a dark, dark place. Yeah, and
Yes.
that's where it's then not healthy to be grieving that deep. It's such a fine line to walk. It's such a fine line to walk to grieve healthily. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
at one point, I fight the grief. Do you know what I mean? I expressed so much on this channel how I fought the grief of when my aunt died. You know what I mean? I fight the grief of the tears. I fight the pain. I don't want to feel it. And then when I do let it out, I'm a slobbering mess, bro.
Yeah.
You saw me at the funeral, bro. You've never seen Joe cry that much in your entire. You've never seen Joe cry on this show anyway, but or on this channel. But what I'm saying is, I was a blubbering mess. You know, I was going through my speech, and at the end, I was. You know what I mean? I had
Yeah,
to just.
yeah,
Done.
yeah,
I just walked away from the set. So, but
yeah,
you see, when you
yeah,
grieve, you
yeah.
have to just make sure you find that fine balance here, because if
Yo,
you hold it
yo, so,
too long,
so,
it will burst out.
Joe, I gotta interrupt you and say, so for me, like by the way, there's a weird sound. Okay, it's gone now.
I said that. I thought it was you.
Yeah. Anyway, so giving that speech, yeah, at the funeral is one of those things that like is so difficult, and it's the exact like parallel example to what I was saying about like trying to go through the speech even though it's difficult, just like and seeing like so for me, I at my friend's funeral, the one that I'm telling you about, like I gave the first speech, you know and, and no, actually, no, it wasn't the first, it was the second. But like I still was like able to kind of just like hold it, but then there was a point though where I just like
Um,
let go, and I was just like, it was difficult, but then there's something that's really like healing a little bit about that, and like just letting go, and just like sort of just you know being like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna feel this
It's
emotion to its
refreshing.
fullest.
It's as much as I don't like to
Yeah,
admit it. Yeah,
yeah,
sometimes after you cry, you actually feel better. And I hate to say it because
100%.
I hate crying. I hate, and when I say hate, I do not like crying. Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's a pride thing, whatever.
or,
By the way, Buzz, let me ask you a quick question before I continue the stream. Yeah.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
mind if the people into this discussion, or do you want to just have the private talk and then bring someone else in?
Sure, we can bring in, one or two people.
Actually, I tell you what? Let me bring you back. Yeah, let me get to the next caller, and I'll bring you back. Cause let me see what everybody's saying, because I don't want to bring you into someone else's conversation as well, just in case they have
Yeah,
something
yeah,
private.
yeah, 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 yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's create the space for you to have, one-on-ones, and then, yeah, great.
Yeah, then I'll bring it back to the group. If everybody's comfortable talking as a group, then I'll bring it back to a group discussion. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright. And but thank you for being the first person to call in and share something so close to your heart, because th- th- this is what I mean, people. Please open up, because that example of someone grieving, so well, I don't know what the person was going through, if I'm being honest with you, but for someone to be going through something that makes them feel like they had to, what themselves, is something that we can help by reaching out to other people. So this is me reaching out to everybody out there. If you want to talk, this space will be here more often. Anyway, guys, please make sure you smash the like if you haven't already. Let me go to the next caller. Uh, great one. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, bro. Big up, Joe. Big up, Joe.
Pick up you, pick up yourself as well, bro.
Is my
So by the
sound?
way, what,
Is my sound
um,
calm?
say that. Speak again.
Is my sound good?
Sounding good, bro. Sounding calm.
Okay. This is my first time calling in on this show,
I
so
know. That's what I'm saying. Welcome, bro. Welcome to the space. Truth is truth. And you know
yeah.
what? To be fair, I don't even know if I'm going to call this show Truth is Truth, but it's because people said I'm not doing enough. But the show
You.
was
By
called
the way, by the way,
Truth.
by the regarding that, I've seen the man them. You get me, like putting you on pressure about truth is truth before you did the last one. I was among, to be fair, but I think I think you can have truth is truth, but I think you can have other shows too, because truth is based on things that are happening in the real world and emotional stuff, and sometimes something may not be happening in the real world. You get me? So
But I'm not gonna lie to you. There's so
yeah.
much things that I could cover. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There's a lot of things I could cover. I procrastinate. I'm just gonna be honest with the general public right now,
Ah,
yeah, bro. I have subjects on top of subjects on top of subjects, and I procrastinate, and I do other things for other people, and I will do Box's thumbnails in 2 seconds, bam, 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 slap it up. I will do Abs' thumbnail, bam. I'll do KG thumbnail. I'll do the backgrounds. I will do somebody else's something. I will jump on KG show. I will jump on UV, but then I won't do my shows. Why not?
okay,
There's
fair then. I was
a,
feeling
a bit of
prepared. I
procrastination.
thought there was nothing to talk about. That's why. But if there
No,
was
no,
something
just
and you
be honest, bro. I've so
think,
much. Just think about everything that's happening in the world. You know how much opinions I have on everything. I have so much opinions on everything. Yeah, I could have a show every single day just chatting about what I don't like. To be honest, yeah.
okay,
But procrastination does play a part in it. I'm not gonna lie, and that's part.
like,
That's my fault. That's
okay,
all
then
my.
that's your fault, innit? That's your fault because
Yeah,
I
it's
was
my.
friends
I'm
too.
not,
I
I'm
was
not
friends
gonna.
too
I take
people.
full blame on that. Yeah, I do believe there's so much I could be doing, but time and procrastination that it's blended in there. Just
Mm,
being honest, taking accountability, people, taking accountability. Yeah,
mm. The doctor's asking me, have you watched Sinners yet?
no. Hey,
Yeah, I haven't watched it too,
you
so
wanna
but
go
she
to the
keeps
cinema on
talking
the weekend
about
to
it.
watch
I
Sinners?
think I have to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to the movies on the weekends and I'm watching Sinners.
Yeah,
I
doctor's
just
been
made a plan
hyping it up,
right
but
now.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I just made a plan right now. I'm going to the movies on the weekend. If it's still in the movies, if it's not, then I'm just gonna watch it on whatever platform I can watch it. I've just made plans, so yes. Okay, we'll see.
Wait, nah, don't spoil it. She
Again,
says she
Doctor, we'll
spoil
do a
it.
stream together. Doctor, we'll do a stream together. Yeah, we'll do a stream together talking about it. That's what we'll do. Both of us procrastinators, because you know what I'm talking about, Doctor. So don't you dare try to press me, by the way. But anyway, um, great one. Now that's all out the way. Let me ask you, bro. How have you been? How have you been? I hope everything's been all right. I hope nothing you've been going through is too bad. But how are you?
Listen, obviously, you get me. Like many of us, like rely on football in it, like for entertainment and that. But in terms of the personal life, it's it's kind of calm. I can't lie. But obviously, in
Good,
terms
good.
of these topics, like this grieving stuff, there are stuff like you get me. Like obviously, I'm a bit younger, and there are things I haven't experienced yet. And my first experience
Yeah.
regarding grief, you get me, happened like I think it was when 2025. It happened 2023 December. I
Okay, so only a
randomly
couple.
got called. My sister randomly called me, and she told me about a nephew, like a kid to my other sister. You get me? I'd seen this kid like a few months ago. We took pictures. We went out. You get me? A young
How
kid,
old
like
are we
3 years.
talking as well, by the way?
Like 3 years, 4 years. A kid, like literally just a kid, not even going to school yet. Like 4 years, 3 years. You get me? And then my
Mm.
sister calls me. You know that dreaded call when a family member calls while crying, and you just know something has happened. You get
And
me?
your heart, yeah. The minute you pick up the phone, your heart's already hurting because you're
Mm,
hearing the way that they're talking.
exactly. And she's
Mm.
crying. She's mentioning the name. She's like, this and this is gone, and I'm there in shock. You get me? I'm in shock. I'm in like, you get, because that's my first experience of that. You get me? Because I've not yet experienced like friends, even the family members who passed away when I was younger. It's kind of like a grandma
I'm sorry,
who's, you
but
get.
that one kind of hits different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, great one. That one's gonna hit different as well because when it's an older person, when it's someone in hospital, do you know what I mean? It's not to say that it's expected, but you prepare for it better. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. This was the first one where I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. You get me? And then ever since then, I'm kind of dreading that call. I'm kind of like, when is the next call gonna happen? You get me? And it is inevitable. It's not something that you can avoid. The older you grow, you get me, these things are gonna happen. Like you will get that call. Your favorite, your heroes will, you get me, you will see the ex post, this and this has happened. You get me? Like I know older people. By the time, to be fair, by the time you reach 60, you have lost a few friends by then. You have lost your parents probably.
You should
You
probably,
have gone
yeah.
through it all. You get me? And like for me personally, that is like that's something I dread. Like I know, just like Thanos said, dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives. I know it will arrive. You get me? And it is something I dread. Like it's something I never acknowledged before. I knew it was gonna happen, but I did not acknowledge it until it happened to me. You get me? Like, oh, I hear all these stories about friends, like both just said, but it has never really happened to me like a close friend. You
Yeah.
get, it has not happened until that moment. And ever since that moment, you get me, I dread it. So yeah, it's kind of, it's there lingering. You get,
Ask you
it's
a
not that
question.
I'm depressed.
Sorry, no, no, no. Can I ask you a question? Do you feel like you've? How close were you with your nephew? If you don't mind me asking.
It's the
Um,
same. It's the same connection like you have as with your nephew. Like you take pictures. You get me there. It's just you know how kids are. It's the same connection. Like
no,
you're
no, no, no.
almost thinking
I'm not gonna lie to
it,
you,
it
brother.
was a close connection. I
I have,
will say it was close.
yeah. And sometimes certain kids take a shine to you and things like that. You get closer with certain nephews and nieces than you do with other ones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's the reason why I'm asking.
Do,
Because
do, do you know what's actually worse? Do you know what's worse? I didn't know how to call because it was my other sister who called. I did not know how to talk to my sister. I didn't. I fear to call her. I'm not even lying. I didn't call her for a month. I did not know what to say. You get me? Maybe that's wrong of me. You get? I did explain to her after. I explained to her that, and she understood. She's like, Emma, it's okay. You don't know what's gonna happen. You get me? But
and that's the thing as well. Because I was gonna say to you, because how did you actually deal with it? And that was probably part of you dealing with the grief. You know what I mean?
yeah, I listen. When my sister told me, I was calm. I didn't cry. I was like, I was just quiet. And I was calm. I was at work actually. I continued working, you get me? Then I called my mom to tell her. And as I called her, I broke down. Like I had been strong the
That's
whole time, but when I called my mom and I was trying to tell her, you get me, I just broke down. Just like you said, as you did your speech,
you need
you're
it.
probably strong, and then you just broke. That's the same thing that happened to me. Exactly. Bar
Bro,
for
you
bar.
needed that. You needed that. I'm gonna drop a bomb here because I'm
Yeah,
telling
bro.
you, I don't even know. I'm gonna need a new soundboard for this whole section because I've got too much insulting things on this. But you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah. You got the comedy
You
thing, innit?
need that. You see that? See that there? That every man tries to hold on. You see, when you didn't cry at first, it's almost like you don't even know how to process it. As a man, we're not wired to process certain emotions until it just hits us. I swear. It's
Bro,
an
I
F.
didn't process. Bro, I did not cry for like 8 hours because I continued to work, and then my supervisors were like, "What's wrong?" And then I told them, they're like, "Whoa, sorry," but I was like, "Ah, it's okay, it's okay."
But you
But I
didn't even
wasn't
you,
like,
you,
you got me.
you were like, it's
Then when
okay.
I called my mom,
Okay.
yeah, that's when everything broke down. That like and it wasn't like I planned it. I called, I was trying to tell her, then I just started breaking down, and you get me, it was long. So yeah, that's the thing about grief. You get me? The old like older people have always experienced more of it, whether it is family members or friends. You get me? But that was the first one I experienced, and I know more has to come. And it's kind of the one thing that I dread. I dread it, and it might not even be somebody close to me. It can be people I look up to, like people like you get me, like Sir Alex. All these you get me, these famous people like who I look up to. I know it's coming. You get me? And it's kind of something I dread, but it is
So
what
I'm
it
about
is.
to say, it sounds like, would you say that you kind of have like a little bit of a fear of death now?
No, not me personally. Like, I
Not
don't
personally,
think I personally, but
experiencing it, not
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah,
scared of,
exactly.
you're scared of
That,
death, but
yeah, that,
experiencing it because you know the kind of pain it brings you. Because if
yeah,
it's one, look, I
that's true.
experienced the death of my auntie or whatever. Yeah, I need to go change the shirt. I hate it. But anyway, I experienced the death of my auntie. Yeah, and I know now, touching wood. I don't even want to say the words, bro. Like when my mom goes,
You see what you just say there? I don't even want to go there, but what you just say there, bro?
my eyes are already watering just thinking about it, bro. I have to blink a lot. I swear to God, that is the one thing because I've experienced the passing of my auntie and my family. I'm talking very extremely close growing up. Yeah, she's like a second mom to me. Yeah. So when the real one, oh Jesus,
That's what
I
I
don't
mean.
know
That
what to
you know what you just said there. That's exactly that is what I fear. That like I don't even know.
I'm
Like
gonna
I
be a broken
you get me?
person. Don't, bro. YouTube. I wouldn't give a shit who's paying me. Yo, you ain't seeing me. You ain't seeing me. Yeah. I probably break the laptop. I don't know what I
Everyone would
do.
understand. Still,
I hit a
everyone would
lot of
understand.
things. I hit a lot of things when my aunt died. I will hit everything.
That's the
uh,
truth. Like
okay.
that was my point when I said I dread. if I dread friends, I dread family members. That one, that person you just mentioned, that is something that I'm like for me, I don't even see it like I don't, and I'm not going to compare the same thing. It's something that it just can't happen. You get me? It can't, but it will. But you get,
It
I don't even
will.
want
That's the
to.
thing, and I think preparing for things like this is there's no way you can compare. I mean, prepare for it. Sorry, yeah. There's actually no way you can prepare for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No matter when it happens, you're going to feel pain. You're going to hurt.
I hear you, bro. I hear you
It's
because
just
years ago,
going
like
through it.
when I was still in school, I did a we used to do this internship where we go and work in like once a week, work in old people's places. You get me? And then I would see them. I never understood it at the time. I was like, but now it hits me. I'm like, she's 80. Most of her friends, I'm not even talking about the family members, her friends, you get me? The friends she grew up with. By the time you reach 80, most of them are gone. Like, it's impossible to have everyone there. So it hit me years later. I'm like, wow, that's why they were depressed. That's why she sat there the whole time looking at the TV depressed. Because you get me, if one person, you said your aunt, my nephew, hit me different, within 50 years, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be more
How
than that.
much people? Yeah. How much has it hit you
Exactly.
over
So
the
by the
years?
time you reach that age, that's why they don't even care. They don't fear death. They're like, I'm ready to
That's
go.
yeah.
I always ask
That's why
myself,
people say, yeah. No,
I
who
always
wants to
ask
live
myself,
forever?
yeah. I
Who
always ask
wants to
myself,
live
why are
forever?
older people not scared of death? They are ready. It's because they have experienced so much pain that it's like, I don't care anymore. You get me? I hear it now. I hear it. So
Mm.
that's the thing, and it's kind of something to dread. Like it is that one. I think everybody dreads it. You get me? Everybody dreads it. Everybody dreads it.
Everybody dreads it, bro. It's true. It's the ones that, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Rush
that's
says
true.
here, the people we love who have played the role in our lives, they're never truly gone. They live on through us. And it is true. I mean, Riri sent me something right after my aunt died, yeah. And oh my God. No, I'm not going to talk about it because it's going to make me cry. I swear to God, what she sent though, it was so inspirational. Ugh, I don't want to read it though. It's
Bro,
making me
you can read it, bro. Just read it out. She's in the
no,
chat, to be fair.
no,
So
no, 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 no. I'll let Riri read it because you see, look at me. I'm not crying on stream.
okay,
As I'm
but
looking,
she said she wanted to join the conversation. So
all right, I'm gonna bring people. You know what? Let me bring. I'm gonna bring Peter in, and then it's Riri, and then it's a Condino in it. Yeah. So let me bring some other people in, and I'll get back to us and have group
yeah, it's
discussion.
calm. It's calm. It's calm.
All right, 1 second. Peter, bro, welcome to the
Yo,
show.
can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you loud and clear, bro. I can hear you loud and clear. And I swear to God, my eyes are watering up. I swear down. I need to stop this.
Bro, as I said, like let it out, bro.
Nope, not right
Women women fart, bro, men cry. We have
now. We
we
all
have
do
feelings
something
as well,
lovely.
bro. We have
I'm not
feelings as well.
no, not right now. Not right now. Actually,
It's okay, but
no, stop it. Anyway, let's go. How are
bro,
you and how are you feeling?
I'm I'm good, bro. Like, but I'm good like for the past half a year maybe. Before that was like as Papi said, I lost a ton of family, bro. Like ton of family, ton of friends. Even at my young age, I lost some friends to suicide. But
Suicide. Oh,
two friends, yeah. But
two.
the problem is two
How
friends, yeah.
old? How old was he when you lost him? If you don't
At
mind
the
me asking.
time, at the time, we were age mates, like 24, 25 when he. But at the time, like when was it? 2022, like COVID, when COVID was around, 2020, 2021. So,
Mm.
but I don't want to
Was it?
speak,
Was it?
bad on. I don't want to speak bad on those who passed away, but. Um, people people struggle here in this part of Europe, yeah, with gambling, bro.
Right. Okay.
And majority of the suicides are because of that. So when so in the group chat, when I say to people like don't gamble, like I I tell them because of what happened. Like they don't know that happened. Like I didn't tell anyone, but don't like that. Little by little, it will like it will seduce you, bro. Like £10 tomorrow will be 100, and next day would
I'm not
be
gonna lie to
a
you. You
thousand.
know, I tell you something. I had a little stint with gambling, yeah, and I saw the smallest stint, and I got myself out there. Like when I was young, really young, I was working construction. Yeah, I used to do flooring. Yeah,
Yeah,
and um the guy I used to work with, yeah, he was younger than me, yeah, and he was he was actually teaching me how to do flooring at the time, yeah. I said I was 21, he was like 19, yeah, but he was already accomplished, like it was his dad's company, yeah, or whatever. But he was used to earning money and not knowing what to do with it, straight up and down. You get me? He was earning like £300 a day, and he'd be like, yeah, let's go down to the bookies. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
and I went with him. And then he's like, yeah, let's do it. He would play the slot, he would play the roulette, and he would make bets on football. And then I swear down, he'll spend like an hour in there on his lunch break. And then I'm like, sometimes, when he wins, obviously you're like, okay, but I can see how people get addicted because I was in there. And I remember this one time, yeah, and this is when I never went back. This one time I was in there with him, and I went up. I was up by like 200, and I was like, yeah, let me try and get to 400. Yeah, I'm gonna try
That
double. And
that's
this is
it,
where you
bro.
fuck up. Yeah, that's where you fuck up.
That's
Yeah,
it,
because when I
bro.
lost it, and then when I lost it, I was like, no, I can get back. I can get it back. I can get it back.
Yeah. So if you
How,
don't have
how,
money, you'll get them borrow, bro.
how much money did I put in this machine trying to get the money back that I never had in the fucking first place? Dickhead, leave this place right now. That's why I was like, nope, never going back into one. And I never went back into one ever again. Yeah, I never went
Bro,
into one ever again.
like casinos and bookies, for me, like they're the devil. No, they're the
Yeah,
devil. Listen, I'm not a clean soul. Like I'll put an occasional, accumulator, but I'm not like into it. Like I
bro.
put like
Look,
on a
£5.
Saturday, Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah, look,
Yeah,
yeah,
no problem.
£5
Like ten
you in there,
pounds,
that's not gonna kill you. Like,
10 pounds. But this friend, like we were out together, so he had money on him, but I
mhm.
didn't know that there was a bank loan. So we went
What?
out. We
He's
su-
going
we were
out
sup-
spending bank loan.
yeah, we and not his, like his mom got a loan,
Uh,
and he said
so he's
I'll
getting
I'll I'll
other
I'll,
people in debt as well.
I'll take care of it. Yeah, I'll take care of it. We went out. We were supposed to be going home. We separated. I went home. He said he's going home, but he went to the casino. He gambled that money. He gambled like 3 times more of that, and the next day he decided, he'll end it.
Really?
And
So
yeah,
was he like going out? Was no, honestly now, yeah. Did he feel like he was going out on a bang or something? Like I'm just gonna have
bro.
this like excellent night, and then did he
I
speak to you anything?
No,
Like
bro. We like it was 4 a.m. Like we were from we went to after party. Yeah, we went to grab something to eat, and we said we'll go home. I called we don't have Uber here, so I called a taxi. So we got in. I was the closer one, so the taxi left me first, and then he said I'll go home, and then he went on a madness, and I never saw him again, bro. I never saw him again. Like as I
oh,
said, gambling, people need to like. I tell everyone like it drains you. Like once you win the first big win, you think, yeah, I'll win every time. You won't.
and it's
Like never.
it's not just the first win, right? And see, when you lose, yeah, you always think you can make it back,
You
and
want to
that's the
win, yeah.
I can make it back. I can make it back. The next big win is just round the corner. That's what's in your head, yeah. And I could tell you through a very, very small experience, bro. N- Bro, I lost like £100. That's all I lost. Yeah, but I was like to my,
Also, also
why am
when
I?
the great one said,
Sorry.
also when the great one said about his nephew, I don't know if you remember, but I said it in the group chat. Like I was like uh, back in COVID times.
Yeah,
My my cousin,
yeah.
she had a baby like, and the baby was like 1 month of being like she needed to uh she needed like 1 month to be born. And
Premature,
she,
premature. You mean is that what the
yeah,
word you're looking
premature,
for?
yeah, premature.
It's early.
uh
Yeah.
no, but it shouldn't went like that. Like she got COVID, she got
Oh,
pneumonia as well. And we were in the hospital. They said, okay, let's have her for a checkup, and they left her there. So okay, I said, they'll take care of her. The next day they said, uh it's like her lungs are full of pus, so it's like 10% that she leaves with her baby in her stomach. So, and they decided, we'll take the baby out, we'll cut the, I don't know how you call it in English, you'll cut the the stomach. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's called
yeah,
what's it called? A cesarean.
cesarean, yeah, we call it king's slice here. Like that's a literal, yeah, translation. So you know what, I wasn't religious back then. So I went to church, and I said, God, it's everything in your hand. I started praying. I didn't. I had to pull out my phone, yeah, because I was not religious. So I this is
It's
like
a
funny.
prayer.
So I
Yeah, it's a
so I
prayer.
on Google, yeah. So I typed in on Google Bible quotes, and I started praying,
No,
bro.
bro,
I started
you do
I
whatever
started
you.
reading them on my phone. I started reading, and I was there in the altar, yeah, alone, and I was reading Bible quotes from my phone for 2 hours. And when I got out, my mom called me, and I said, it's done. Like she passed away.
Oh,
My
it's
mom called me, and the doctor said she's okay. Like, bro, how? Like 2 hours ago, she had like 10% to leave, and then 2 hours after, I went I went to church. She's all healed. Like this is maybe this is not a miracle,
no,
Maybe
bro.
I
Listen,
don't care who anybody thinks. For me,
do you still pray
for me,
now?
God saved
Do you
her.
still pray now? Do you still
Of
pray
course,
now?
bro. Of course. Since that day, I was not.
I
I,
was
w- I,
about
w-
listen. You was making
I,
me sad, bro. You know what? This show's too emotional for me. I swear to God, yeah. You're gonna
I
make
was
me
not
cry.
religious, yeah. So I was not. I believed in Jesus. I believed in God. I believed in everything, but I was not like that religious. Now,
Oh,
I
bro, I'm the same. I'm the same. I was brought up in a very religious household in Jamaica. Like I actually lived around the corner from a church. So as from a young age, they used to send me on Sunday. I had to go to Sunday school, was to walk to church by myself. Yeah. It was very much
yeah,
a situation. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
um I was brought up in the church, but as I've gotten older, I've fallen out of the church. There's certain situations that bring me back to the church, but then I always believe. So I feel like I'm in the same kind of situation as you, where I'm not where I was. Well, I am where you was, because you sound to be a little bit more religious than I am at the moment. Because I've been questioning things, especially since like see, like the stuff that what Great One was speaking about,
Bro,
people young being
listen.
taken. It really hurts. It really pains me with situations like that.
As I said, I lost a lot of like. I lost my aunt last August. Yeah, I found her. Actually, I found her like lying on the floor. So
What?
for
Fuck.
me, yeah, for me when people like for me when people leave, I say God, God takes the good ones there, and He leaves the scum here. So He wants
Mm,
good people there, you know,
fuck,
and the
bro.
scum
No.
of the earth.
You know what? How
You
about
know
you?
when?
No, no, 1 second, bro. I need to ask you a real situation here, a real question.
Yeah,
Sorry, that is a lot of death to be around,
bro,
and
a lot.
hold on, like the great one said before, like he would find it hard to deal with that situation? Yeah. Now you've been through all of those. Do you think you're thicker skinned for it? And that do you think
Uh,
you you find it easier to deal with now, or is
bro,
everyone hurt just the same?
let me tell you something. Yeah, I lost my father in war. So when I was 2 years old, 3 years old. So I lost him in war. I lost my grandfather. I lost my grandmother. And I was growing up. I don't remember my father yet, but I remember my grandfather and my grandmother. So I lost them. I lost my cousin, my uncle from my mother's side. They were poisoned by mushrooms. Like they not the mushrooms, the
Yeah,
street
yeah,
mushrooms,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
they were hunters. So they were collecting mushrooms like wild mushrooms for years. But that day, like
Pick the
there's a
wrong one.
time of the year, yeah, a month where the poisonous mushrooms look like one of the non-poisonous, the wild mushrooms. So the poisonous and the not poisoned one, they look the same in that period of the year.
Yeah.
And they took the poisonous, uh, they ate it, like they fried it in the mountains.
But
They
the thing
brought
is,
it here.
it was how much people died that day.
We were poisoned like 20 people. Only 2 people died. Like we had a family lunch. They brought a wild boar. They killed a wild boar. They brought it. We ate the mushrooms with it. But I can send you the link in the private chat. Like
What?
we had to find cure. From Britain, from Belgium. That's never happened here. 20
Yeah.
20 20 people. And
So you had
and
to go abroad for the
no,
medicine.
no, our government had to
Yeah.
search from other countries. Cures.
Oh,
Fortunately,
seriously?
yeah, I'll send you the link on the private chat when I'm done. And
Amazing. So yeah, send it to me. So the government was helping. So your family
yeah, everything free.
got got help from the government to get that sorted
Government, yeah,
because
yeah. Because it's never
it's like
happened before.
never seen before.
Never happened in this country before. Like
Yo,
it's never happened.
do you
And
know what?
when you,
I wonder why you're so sarcastic about certain things. You know.
I am, bro. Listen, with me, I am like I wanna express myself. I wanna be funny, but behind that person, it's always, you know,
Say that
behind,
about
yeah,
comedians.
it's always, yeah, yeah. There's always that I wouldn't say the dark side of a person, because I'm not a
No,
psychopath or
but there's a
something.
side that everybody hides behind the smile.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hide behind this persona of being, ha 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 all the
I'm
time.
really not. I really do not have. I really do not say that I'm in private life. I'm not a sad guy. Like I do not sit here and weep. Like
But
fortunately
you
for me,
feel
I have
more
that.
than you. I tell you what you are. You feel more than you reveal. That's what you are.
Ah,
Yeah, you're
nah.
feeling it, but your face will never. You know what? You know when I see your camera on, yeah, you've got this. You've got this kind of like nice little smirk, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know behind that smirk, you not even not saying that you're feeling pain, but I'm saying it's like you would always have that smirk even through your pain.
For
That's
me,
what I
I
see, and I can see that.
I
That's I'm judging, but am I
you
lying?
know yeah. Nah, nah,
Am I
nah,
wrong?
nah. But you know what? Was a key factor for me when my grandfather was in his like last days. He said to me, "Don't cry when I die. Like I taught you everything. Like he taught me to support Man United. Like he taught me to do everything that I do right now. And he said, when I die, don't cry. Like I will go happy
You
because
can't tell me that, man.
yeah.
Don't tell me that. That's even saying that breaks my heart. Even
And
saying, hearing you say that makes me feel funny. Ah,
and he told me, yeah, don't cry. And from that day, like when someone dies, I don't cry, bro. And my family thinks I hate the person that died. Like I don't cry, but I'm sad. I don't cry. In we luckily we don't do speeches on funerals. Maybe if we did, I'd burst in.
Trust
Burst
me.
in tears.
I tell you right now. Even oh god, I really do hate doing these streams. Actually, you know. My eyes are watering, bro. Talking to you, talking to Great One, my eyes are watering, bro. You think they're red now for all different reasons, like all different reasons. I can't lie.
Bro, it is
Peter,
what it is, bro.
bro, you've
I
been around a lot of death. You've been around a lot of
a
death.
lot, a lot, but as I said, life moves on, bro.
You sound
Like if you
strong.
don't move on,
Sound strong.
if you don't move on, if you don't move on mentally, bro, you'll be in the past forever. You have to move on, bro. Like it happened. Like I'm not saying forget the ones who died. You know, forget like they ever exist, but learn to deal with it and move on with your life. I think that's what keeping me on, bro.
And not only that, though, you know, obviously time is a great healer. So don't. I think don't just sit. You see, like what you said about keeping busy and doing what you have to do and keep going. Yeah, part of part of moving on is keep going through the motions of life as well. Sometimes you do need a time off, but you do need to find that one day to start plowing back through life. I think it helps anyway. Like I said, I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. I have no PhD in any of this shit. I'm just talking to you, telling you my opinion. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think it helps to one talk, one take some time to grieve, and then then get back into everyday life and use
and
that
also,
to motivate you to move forward.
like people who watch football, like and someone say, man, it's just football. Like for me, when my uh, when I experienced some sad moments in life, like that brought me joy. Like in those 2 hours, even if we're shit, even if we lost, in those 2 hours, I forget what happened, bro. Like
Mm,
sometimes people try to find happiness through the small things like watching football, watching other sports, whatever they're interested to watching movies,
yeah,
playing sports. They get their
playing.
mind, get they get their mind off of what's really happening. And people need to start, saying, "Is it, bro? It's just sports. Don't get too excited. Don't celebrate that much. Don't cry, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'll do whatever I want."
Bro,
Or who?
you have to do exactly what makes you not just what makes you happy, but whatever helps you cope. Do you know what I mean? Whatever gets you through. And
Yeah,
ever tell someone on how to enjoy something, especially like what you just said. You know what? It's so true. Who's anybody to tell you how to enjoy what you're enjoying, especially if you know what it's doing for you? They don't know what memories, what emotions, what it's linked to when you're going through
yeah,
those things. So yeah, bro, celebrate how you want to celebrate. Do whatever you want to do, bro. No one can stop you as long as you're not harming anybody.
of
Enjoy
course.
yourself. Do what you need to do. First things first. Live your life. Anyway, listen, let me get to the next caller. Yeah, Peter, thank you for calling in, fam.
Yeah,
Oops. Oops. I just dropped my mouse. 1 second. Big up, big up. All right. Next caller was gonna be Riri, but she had to dip out. So let's bring in Condino.
Big up,
Condino.
big up, John. Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
call you
appreciate you. I
I'm gonna call
appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you doing this stream.
I'm gonna call you Abdullah in the show because
Abdallah Abs,
yeah,
whatsoever. Call me whatever you want.
yeah,
I have no.
'cause
You're my
it's
guy,
nothing
so
to do with football. Nothing to
yeah,
do
no,
with
it's
football.
cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
we're
It's cool.
talking real personal shit now.
No worries, no worries. How you
How
been?
are you? You know what? I'm good, but people are getting me emotional today, bro.
Yeah, I get you. I get you, man.
Every caller, my eyes are watering up, and then
I
I'm
get you, man.
I calm back
I'm just,
down
mhm.
again.
I'm
But
just,
you
ex-
know, listen,
I'm just
how are you,
exhausted. I'm mentally drained, man. I've been, I've had depression for like many years, but
bro? Okay.
not being busy, um, so I kind of had like a mental breakdown. I was scared of something, but I didn't know what it was. So I just kept on crying, and I said to my mom, "I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared." And
Yeah.
my mom had to call the GP, and I've been on like the pills I showed on previous streams. Yeah,
Did you have
I don't
someone to
want to.
talk about it though?
Yeah, I had to speak to like a mental health specialist in like the GP service, and yeah, I'm
How
like, I
much
said
does
to,
that helping you though? Because I'm
I
gonna
was
be
on,
very.
I was,
I'm gonna be very honest
I,
with you.
yeah.
I'm not one for medication straight away. This is something that I'm not the biggest fan of when people start talking about being medicated straight away. You know, sometimes it takes people to sit down and talk with somebody before they start dishing out medication. Yeah, and I'm kind of a little. Did they give you the medication before they dish you the counseling?
No, no. So I spoke to someone, and then they said, I spoke to a GP before I spoke to the mental health specialist, and they said they'll put me on some medication that will stop my heart. And I wasn't really keen on that. I wasn't really keen on that. It was like,
I'm not keen on that. What the hell?
no. It was anything that alters with my heartbeat. I was like, yeah, I'm not keen on it. I went on that, and then I was like, I instantly stopped. It was after I had because I've had a problem with my stomach, and ever since they gave me this medication to sort out the problem in my stomach, that's what's caused this heavy chest thing. I'm struggling to breathe. So
the
then,
medication's giving you more problems.
yeah, and it was like to treat something in my stomach, and then I've not been really busy, and I think that's probably just coincided. Maybe I'm just assuming things where I haven't been really keeping myself busy. I'm just ignoring my feelings and stuff, not really seeing people much, and I think it's just got to me one morning, and I'm just like I'm scared of something, and nothing's bothered. No one's bothered me. No one's annoyed me, and all of a sudden I just start just breaking down to my mum, and then she just calls the GP.
You know, when you said that you had a fear or something, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries.
You said you had a fear or something, you said you don't know what it is. That sounds like anxiety to me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like anxiety. Someone has a fear of something and they just can't put their finger on what it is. Right. Now, you see, I've dealt with a few people with anxiety before in my life. Yeah. And when you do get that kind of, I've been anxious about things as well in life, you know what I mean? But not to the point where it cripples me. Yeah. But I know some people that it cripples them. Yeah. And when you are having that kind of crippling anxiety, one thing I do believe you need to do, and this is why this shit is so important. Call someone that can build your confidence. Yeah. Anybody that you believe can build your confidence in that time, because a lot of the time it's just the fact that you feel fear of whatever it is. Yeah. It could be if you think someone's looking at you, you think people are thinking about you, you think that you're not good enough for this, you don't feel like you know what I mean? It's usually negative feelings that strikes this anxiety. Yeah. Does any of this kind of ring a bell to how you feel?
It does. I think it's just I haven't been keeping myself occupied and busy because, as you know, my situation, I'm coming up to nearly 2 years to graduate. I generally have no purpose. I'm seeing friends of my age, getting on with their lives, and I'm like, am I behind in life and stuff like that? And
bro, never say that. Never say that. Never, ever, 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 ever say that. Yeah, bro, you're breaking my heart again. Let me tell you this. Yeah, don't watch other people and how far ahead they are compared to you. Yeah, because okay, KG is technically my age mate. He's done big things in life, bro. What am I gonna do? Sit here and just compare myself to him because he's more famous than I am? Is that what I'm gonna do? Oh, he's been in movies. No, bro, trust me. Everything you've done in life and everything you've accomplished already is important, yeah, because they're your accomplishments, bro. Never let anybody diminish what you've accomplished, yeah. Because do you know what, yeah? And a lot of people, the thing is, yeah, you see people that peaked in high school, you see people that that you thought were doing better than you, and don't forget as well, watching what someone has, yeah, through pictures, through social media, and through shit like that is only the good bits that you're seeing. You understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
The good bits of what's happening in their life. You're not seeing what's really happening in their life. So never judge what someone's going through just by what you're seeing on the surface, bro. Yeah, everybody has problems. Everybody has problems. Nobody's problem is greater than another person's problem. I know that sometimes people say rich people's problems, but yeah, rich people got problems too.
No, I'll tell you this right now. I'm telling you right now, if somehow my condition got taken away from me, and this is my condition, I think I've explained it to you before and to the group. I have built up fluid on the brain. I've had it since like age of 1.5 or 1 years old, and I've just been dealing with it and dealing with it and dealing with it. I can't drive due to medical reasons. I can never ever drive. I've accepted that a long time ago, and yeah, it's just it's kind of blocking maybe like employment opportunities because I can't seem to. When people say on your seat, like like people like Wajid and Yo Yo, and big up to them because they're older than me and they're more wise with their experience. I'm just like I've tried everything. I'm going round and round in circles. Like I bumped into my lecturer the other day. I'm like I regret coming to university because I've gained nothing out of it. I email your staff. I email the I email the sorry uh, the someone tip of my tongue
I'm gone.
what's the department the department it's like the a department for like graduates or wherever it's called and
I didn't go to uni, so I can't help you there.
yeah. But people know what I mean. People know what I mean. Like, and there's
If
no
anybody knows, please type it in the chat, yeah, because I didn't go uni.
yeah. No, it's cool. It's just the department who deal with graduates, and I'm like, what's the point? I go to these events, I confront them. I've become very blunt with people. I said, you told me I haven't found a job. Uh, Apparently, the university was meant to be the best time of your life, and that a world of opportunities will come out of university. Nonsense. Biggest mistake of my life, I'm telling you. And
You know what, bro? Okay, no, you finish. You finish. I don't want to interrupt you anymore.
and I'm like, what was the point? And I'm just looking at my debt, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. University debt.
See, that's the catch there. That's the catch that I
think
don't
it's
like
another one.
about university. Yeah, education should be free. That's
Yeah,
my opinion.
100%. Like,
And when that's the fuckeries with university, bro. Yeah,
the
you go
careers team. I just
start
remembered it.
life,
Yeah, the
start
careers
life
team.
in death.
The
You
careers
start
team.
life in debt. How do you start life in debt? You don't want to
The-
start your life in debt.
Exactly. Yeah, I just remembered. It is the careers team. I emailed them, and I've been to these events and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I said to them, I'm not gaining anything out of it. I'm only going there just to keep occupied and maybe acclimatized to seeing people because I've really become very isolated. I spend most of my days in my room. If it's not my room, it's the gym, and it's not really good because I saw like a statistic that um spending time in isolation. I'm just paraphrasing that it kills quicker than smoking. Is 10 times quicker than smoking cigarettes.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've been smoking for many, many years. But you know what? If I was isolation for that many years, I'd probably go crazy. That's
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing, yeah. A lot of people might not know this because I don't know how many people are new to my channel or new to me discussing this, but
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I said this on my first show. So for those of you who don't know, I went to jail when I was 20, turning 21, yeah. And that alone was enough for me to get a little bit of like, what's the word? I got a little bit of anxiety. Anyway, I had a little bit of anxiety when I came out of jail because I didn't really want to leave. I don't know. What's the word called?
Leave your comfort zone. Your comfort zone.
I didn't. You see my house, yeah, and my area. I didn't want to leave there. Yeah, I did not want to leave there. I only left my house to go to probation. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that was it until I got a job, and then I started getting back out there and everything else. Do you know what I mean? But it's so easy to fall into these patterns, bro, where you become so anxious, so depressed, where you get so used to your comfort zone, like you were saying,
Mhm.
that everything else outside of your comfort zone becomes a little bit scary
Mhm.
and daunting. And I will never say that I'm scared of anything because that's me. I ain't scared of shit. But guess what? At that point, when I thought to that's how I got out of it, by the way, because I was like, nah, I'm just staying here. Nah, I'm staying here. Nah. And then I was like, why am I staying here though? Do you get what I mean? It's like you've got to question yourself sometimes. Why am I doing this? You have to question and think to yourself, there must be a reason why I don't want to move. And you see, when you found out that you felt scared of something, the next step is, bro, why? If you can't find anything, that means that's inside you. Yeah, there's butterflies in your stomach. There's things that you need to deal with. That means in order to make yourself brave again, whether
Mm.
it is, bro, yeah, whether it's a confidence boost, whether it's making yourself feel good, like make yourself look, like you feel $1,000,000.
Mm.
It's a
I
con.
think
Go on, go on.
no,
Sorry, I don't.
I think I just spend so much time on my phone and social media that it's just maybe it's had a
Out,
bad impact on me.
get out, bro,
And
get out, bro. You know what? Use the delegates, bro. Use the
mm,
delegates. You know where we are. Every time we're linking up, pull up, bro.
mm,
Every time, you know what? In fact, I'm gonna organize a summer link up for all the delegates again. You know,
mm.
like we went to Riley's, yeah,
Of course, yeah,
pull up, bro, yeah. And I'm gonna have a family day in Crystal Palace Park at some point this summer.
yeah.
Pull
Mm.
up, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure all the delegates know. Everybody know. Just pull up, bro. Come be part of
I'm
the
just
party.
I'm just
Come be part of the
I'm
scene.
just very paranoid when I
Always
leave my house.
invited to the cookout. For what
Mm.
reason, bro?
No,
Why? See, this is the thing. I'm telling you, it's a confidence thing, bro. You have nothing to be afraid of. Yeah.
I don't know, like, but
Why?
I
Why?
also I
Why?
don't know. Sorry, you go ahead.
I'm asking you why
No,
the confidence thing. You said it's a
no,
confidence
I just I'm such a like a huge people pleaser. I don't like being on bad terms with anyone, even like my family. And yeah, I'm always like, have I annoyed you? Or I just sense a vibe or in their tone of voice and stuff like that. So um,
I can
yeah.
see that you're the kind of person that you'd revert back into yourself,
Hmm.
yeah, and you become quiet if you feel like you've offended somebody,
Hmm.
yeah.
Like
And
I've even like I've kind of put myself first. I've said to people like I don't enjoy coming to pubs because I either get a drink spilt on me or I'm like within an hour I'm just like everyone's having their own little conversations. It's loud noise, and I'm like within an hour I'm like, what am I doing here? This isn't my type of environment because all I'm doing, all I'm is true because all I'm doing is drinking fizzy drinks. I already have a slight fatty liver apparently due to the doctors telling me, and I'm just drinking fizzy drinks, which isn't really good for my liver. So I'm like, what am I doing? I'd rather it's not good for me, but I'd rather stay in my room on a Friday, Saturday night.
we ain't doing that no more, bro. From now on, yeah. Even if
And
listen,
and the thing is with my
you have
friends
to
as
go
well.
to a pub to enjoy yourself, yeah. You
Mhm.
ain't got to go to a pub to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, of course.
And when you're in a pub, you don't have to drink fizzy drinks, bro.
Mm,
Yeah. Get on the pool, get on the darts. You know what I mean?
mm.
Because when we went to Riley's, bro, didn't we have
No,
fun?
we had a good time. We had a good time. Yeah, no, it's
We
true.
had fun, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
Riley's was lit. Yeah, with ping pong, table, pool, everything was there. Yeah,
yeah.
darts. Just
Hmm.
just go and enjoy yourself, bro. If you're not drinking, eat food. Then you get
Hmm.
me. Every time them man are having a drink, order some chicken wings. You get me? But them man will drink, you will eat, bro. It's fine. You get me? We'll get drunk on chicken wings, bro. It's fine. Find a
Like,
different way to cope with what everybody else is doing. You get me? You ain't got to be like everybody else, bro. Just remember that it's good to be
mhm.
you. Remember that.
Yeah,
Just you, fam. You're
yeah,
Continue. You're Abdullah, fam. You are you,
yeah,
fam. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we like you for you, bro. Remember that,
I appreciate you, man. I really do.
no, bro.
It's-
Bro, you're good peoples, man. You're good
yeah,
peoples. Don't ever let anybody tell you any different, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And listen, you're coming out. Yeah. When I
yeah,
say we're
yeah,
coming out, you understand
yeah.
me?
Will do. I will do. Yeah.
All right, bro. Big up
Big up.
yourself, man. Listen.
Big up to you, man.
Hey, I love. Hey, I'm like, oh, people making me sad, happy, all at the same time. Jeez, but this is hard to listen to. I can't lie. People are tugging on my heartstring. Are you trying to make me cry? Swear that you people are trying to make me cry. You're not gonna make me cry. You're not gonna make me cry. But anyway, right. Let me get to the next caller. Brush, big up yourself.
Big up, Joe. What are you saying, bro?
Time no speak to properly, really. I know I spoke to you the other day. You helped me out. Thank you, by the way. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no worries, man. Don't mention it. Anytime.
Also, Brush Productions in the background helping out with the show. You get me? Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, you
Thank
know
you.
what, Joe? One of the big things about the community we're building, this is what it's all about, man. Obviously, I know football's at the forefront and that, but aside from all of that, this is what it's really all
Not on
about.
my channel. Not on my channel. Football is not at the forefront. You know what? This is at the forefront of my channel. This
Absolutely,
I need to do
absolutely.
this
But
for the
but
forefront
you
of
see,
my
this is
channel.
why the other thing's important as well, though, Joe. Because with that, yeah, I always describe it as probably the most important of the least important things in life, and everyone needs a distraction in it because we're breaking down some real stuff right here. And the other side, what that does is that's something that we all have in common, which gives us a form of escapism, if you like, from all of this other shit, bro. Because if you're just sat at home thinking about this stuff, man, it will just drive you crazy, innit?
No, it's true. No, that is not. Yes and no. No, yes, actually. Because I don't like to say you should be distracted from your pain, yeah. But
No,
you
no,
can't.
no. You definitely need to deal with it. But then obviously this gives us an
Yeah.
outlet. It's a sense of community. Everyone can get involved. Even Kunz, man, it's been a pleasure meeting him. He's come and linked up with
Have
us
no
on
enemies
several
here.
occasions.
There's no enemies. We can't have
Yeah,
enemies. So that's why. That's what I'm saying. No
yeah,
enemy.
for real. And even the people across the globe, man, the fact that even ones that we haven't met, like you know, this gives everyone an outlet to just come shine and talk and interact. And sometimes that's all you need, bro. So you don't even need to leave your yard at certain times to have a conversation.
Great, great one lives in Germany, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see what I
but it's
mean?
just having the space to talk to people that you can vibes with. Because at the end of the day,
Definitely.
Like with Coutinho as well, yeah, you like he doesn't like to leave his house, but I still want him to have someone to speak to. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
so this really needs to happen more often. Like, bro,
No, definitely, man.
I will just talk to Coutinho every week if it is that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, so I was just here listening. And obviously the title was just checking in with everyone in it and what's been on everyone's mind and that. So with me, I'm very blessed and fortunate to have my dad in my life. My dad's 72 years old, and we're
Yeah.
getting to that age now where time's running out in it. Really, it's an uncomfortable conversation, not one that people should want to have. But in his friend circle, bro, he's losing friends, and every time one of his friends pass away, it just makes me look at it just different.
It makes you
Uh,
start shaking, in it? Like
yeah, Joe. Yeah, so the one that really caught me.
he started
Uh,
doing that thing where I know because my uncle's in
mm,
his my uncle is my uncle, of my aunt that died, yeah.
hmm
Died, and my uncle, all he keeps talking about is death now. He's like, I'm soon next,
yeah,
I'm soon next. Everybody better hurry up and get
it's
married before I die. That's what he's saying. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
almost like it's you're conditioning yourself in it because no one's ever going to be prepared. But it's kind of like that. So yeah, so one of my dad's good
It was a
friends, yeah.
great one. I think Great One have said it as well. That
Mm,
I think, oh no, I think it's either I can't remember who said it, Peter or the Great
yeah.
One, about how they at one point they're ready to die as well
hmm
because they see so much. I think it was Great One. You know
mm,
what I mean? They're like, I'm ready to die. That yeah, it was
yeah.
Great One said about how when they get older they get depressed because like you know what? I've seen so many people pass,
Mm.
and I'm ready now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think there probably comes a time when you're just content in it when you've lived everything. You've experienced everything, and you're just at peace, maybe. But again, that's each to their own, and it's an individualistic thing. So with my dad, one of his best friends, this is a guy that he went to school with, and that he's a couple of months older than my dad, and he seemed perfectly fine. My dad spoke to him last month, about 2 days before. Um, he had a stroke in his sleep, bro. Um, at like 2 a.m. in the morning as well. So yeah, he
How old
just
was
cut off
he?
oxygen to his brain. So by the time they got him to the hospital and that, he was on the machine in it, like it was over. And this
That's
is
the thing.
someone who my dad spoke to 2 days before this happened, bro.
And they're age mates, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, like I mean, he's known him the majority of his life, so it's
It's
one of
those
them ones.
ones there. It's those
Mm.
ones there. It's kind of so sudden that makes
Yeah,
you think.
that's the thing. There was no other real underlying issues. Obviously, he was like diabetic and that, but there was nothing really. No alarm bells were ringing in it. Like he was up and about, walking around. He was on the phone talking to my dad, and then and that's all it takes, bro. So just in the flick of a switch, it's all over, in it. And next thing you know, like he's just out cold. They're saying, "Listen, he's on the machine. Like we're gonna have to turn it off, in it." Like, bro.
Shit. Do you know what? That sounds so similar to what happened to.
Mm,
So this guy I used to work for, yeah. Um, he literally just dropped dead one day
mm,
from me. Just I can't even explain it any different than that.
yeah.
They said heart failed. That's what they called it, heart failure.
Mhm.
But he just dead, bro. He's healthy. Like he helped me fit new locks on my door, and then
Mhm.
a couple of weeks later, he was dead, bro. Dead, just walking
This
down the
is
street.
another thing as well, though. Like we've got this idea of growing old and peacefully passing away in our beds in our mind as the natural way to go. But that's not for everyone. Not everybody's bodies are built the same, bro. Our individual body clocks are different. Like one of my friend's cousins, a good friend of ours, of mine, his cousin, she randomly had stomach pain in the morning after dropping her kids off to school. Yeah, called her husband, told her that she's not feeling well. She's gonna call an ambulance, and she didn't make it to the hospital, bro. She was 29 at the time.
29.
29, bro. Just started feeling like, just had an upset stomach, started feeling stomach pain, called the ambulance as well, and didn't make it. Like, how do you explain that? And
So
you're
the
leaving
ambulance,
behind 2 kids and that. Do you know what I mean?
not kids as well, man.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah.
but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm. You know what? Yeah, I was saying to Peter, bro, that I find it hard to keep
hmm
being religious sometimes.
Yeah. I'm somewhat envious of the people that are in it because obviously I know that it gives you hope and stuff. The way my mind works, it won't allow me to. But I appreciate the ones that do. Like even there's certain things that for me, Joe, it don't make sense in it, bro. I chew, if I turn the news on, I see what's going on in Gaza, little kids and that getting destroyed. I'm like, nah, man, I don't. But but faith does help some people, so shout out to them.
Bro, it's hard though. Uh, but at the same time, it see like my aunt, yeah, she was very,
hmm
very, 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 very religious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about Christmas Day, she goes to church. New
hmm
Year's Day, she goes to church.
Yeah.
She's church. Yeah, I'm not saying those are the 2 days because she goes to
hmm
church every Sunday, but even on Christmas and New Year, she goes to church. Yeah, and then she dies first. Not first, but if you know what I mean, early as far as I'm concerned.
hmm
It does leave you to think that is he taking away the pain, bro? Because let's
Yeah.
face it, living life is hard.
Yeah, the most definitely. But I think what all of this teaches us, Joe, is that each and every day, man, we just gotta be grateful, bro. Like honestly, there's people that went to bed yesterday that didn't wake up today. So each and every day, we should just be appreciative. We're fortunate. Like sometimes when we're in the struggle, when we're just going about life, it's very easy to complain. And yes, loads of things individually are happening in your life, which is, there's a lot of hardship and whatnot. But there's always someone worse off, you know. And every day that we're here, it's a blessing. It's not good to like start comparing yourself. And I'm not saying to do that to make yourself feel better, but just be appreciative, man. Of the little things, bro.
Yeah, just appreciate what you have in it because
Yeah, yeah, that's
you're
exactly what I'm saying.
anybody else's. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
like don't take pleasure in anyone else's downfall.
yeah,
Don't compare yourself to others. Don't try to measure success in any kind of linear way. What success is to you might not be to someone else, innit? Like,
yes, 100%.
health is wealth at the end of the day, man. You can have all the money in the world, bro. Who's the guy that owned Apple? Steve Jobs had all the money in the world. When his health turned, none of those billions could save him, bro.
That's true. That's very true. And look,
So, yeah.
money doesn't fill you with happiness.
No, absolutely not. Obviously, I would love to have them problems in it. Let's not get it twisted. When people say money doesn't make you happy, I'm like, yeah, let's run that in
Makes you a little happy.
it. Let's run that in it. Like, I've been on the other end and depressed. Let me be rich and depressed.
Money makes life comfortable, bro. It doesn't make you
No,
happy.
that's what it is. It gives you options in it. So yeah, but it's not everything. So yeah, if you have people that love you, that that you're around, just you're already rich in my opinion.
Nah, but like some rich people as well get to look how much shit they go through. Let's face it.
And that's the thing. Like money doesn't fix everything. And look at all these footballers and people, man. And people. This is why I'm a little bit nicer as well. But just because of how much you earn shouldn't mean it differs in how we treat you, or you should be able to put up with nonsense if you're getting abused and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You're human at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm a full believer in leave people alone. You know, them people. Oh,
Yeah.
so is dating, and you know who this person's boyfriend is, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't care, bro.
People ask me, I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh,
Yeah.
so do you know this name? I'm like, sorry,
Mhm.
show me their face. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I see them in this movie. I don't know who the hell they are though. Like I
Yep.
swear to God. Even the other day, I couldn't even remember, and I can't remember his name now. The guy that's in the one that all the black girls love. Well, all the girls love. It's not just black girls.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. That
There you
dude, bro.
go. Michael B. Because I know a good
All
couple
the girls love him.
of him as well. Where I was at when I was working my last place in recruitment, right, this Asian girl that
Mm.
worked next, Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, uh, but you see, with that being said, yeah, I don't remember his name, stuff like that. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, that
Mhm.
guy, one of them girls will love. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Black Panther's brother. That's what I'll say. You get
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. No,
But
definitely, I hear that. But yeah, no, that's pretty much the note I wanted to end on, Joe. Just be appreciative in it, and
yeah,
whatever situation you're in, man, like just listen, smile in it, smile. There's people out there that care, and the first thing is just be yourself. Talk. It's okay to embrace your emotions. It's okay to cry. Like, we're not in the Stone Ages, man. You don't. It's not what
don't be
makes
a
you a man in it. Like holding on to stuff isn't helping anyone.
100%. Hey, brush, man. Thank you. As always, speaking with the wisdom. Thank you. Okay. I'm not gonna be sexist, so I'm not gonna bring in the ladies at the same time because it's just rude. Yeah.
Bring Riri, bring if it's Riri, bring her on first because she came before me.
Okay, then 1 second. All right, hold on, doctor. Don't go anywhere. Riri, what's going on, my sister?
Going on, Joe?
Hey, I'm here. You know what? People are making me
I'm loving.
emotional.
Listen, I'm loving this. I'm here for this. I'm here for all of this. So,
Thank you.
kudos to you for doing this. And I know I've been one of those people pushing you and telling you that this is a space that's needed. The football is all well and good, but there needs to be a balance also. So, and as you can tell, there's people in the community that
Seem to need it.
Yep. So you're doing, as Yo-Yo would say, you're doing the Lord's work.
Thank you. And you know what? I honestly, I want to make this show in particular a regular thing. Like this show in particular, I don't even know if it's going to be called part of Truth or Truth anymore. Truth or Truth might just deal with every random thing. This show is going to be the checkup, and I'm going to be checking up on people every single week. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's a date, man.
You
Buddy, sorry, go ahead, Riri, please.
No,
Hey,
this is your show, bro. You do it. I get you do it. You do what you do best. Go ahead.
You got that thing that you sent me.
Yeah, but what it is, I'm on my phone, and if I pull it up, I wouldn't be able to be on the stream yard and read it at the same time.
I hear you. Okay, cool. Because if you started reading it anyway, I guarantee you would trigger me. Yeah. So do you know what? That's me when I turn my camera off. Yeah. But anyway, honestly,
I
guys,
mean, if you want to pull it up and I read it while you turn your camera off, I can do that.
I can't even look for it. Riri, I can't even look for it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The minute I start looking for it, my eye starts doing this, and so I'm not even gonna bother try and look for it. Yeah. Because I want to finish the stream without no tears. Yeah. So, but
Fair enough.
I'm gonna post it. Yeah, I'm gonna post it in the community tab after the show. That's what I will do.
Yeah. I mean, it's for anybody that's suffered a loss. That's that's dealt with a loss, and a very deep and troubling loss. So most definitely, I try to share it with as many people as I possibly can. So
There's some good words there, and you know what? It made me feel like. You know what it made me feel like? Don't you dare forget that person. That's what when I read those
no,
words,
but
yeah.
that's what it is, and it also tells it's also touching on the fact that the body is but a vessel, but the soul lives on forever. So the body may be
Only
gone, but
when
the
you
soul
forget.
the
It's only
soul
when
of
you
that person and the s. Say that again.
Sorry, I think we've got a little bit of a delay. I don't want to talk over you. But it's only when you forget that person that they become gone. Do you know what I mean?
Of
That's what.
course, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
oh, oh, God, Riri, I swear down, yeah. You're one of the easiest persons to talk to, but also one of the hardest, yeah, because you bring out those emotions and you talk so well that when I speak to you, yeah, it makes me feel like I'm talking to my big sister or something, like putting me in my place. You're very easy to talk to. But you know what? How's things been in your life though? Because that's one thing I'm not asked you yet, actually. How's things
Uh uh
with
things
you?
have been my life is very complicated. I have a very complicated life. But I think I mentioned yesterday that I got some bad news over the weekend. So this young lady that I met through through the Twitch platform during the COVID time. One of the DJs that we all followed, he started streaming during that time, and he created, like how KG has a community, he created a community like that. And once COVID died down, the community stayed very much in touch. And we, when there was like parties and stuff, we used to link up and go to the parties and whatever. And one of the young ladies from that community that I was, somewhat close to, passed very suddenly last Wednesday. And it gave me pause when I got the news on Saturday, because I think she passed either Wednesday night or Thursday. And I got the news on Saturday, and it left me just pondering my mortality, if to because she's around our age. And the fact that I only saw this person in March, like I want to say like the middle of March, like literally 2 months ago. I saw her at a party, at a bashment. You know what that is, you know and we was vibing, and she gave me a big hug, and we were catching up, and I was asking how she was doing. She was asking me how I was doing, and we were talking and stuff like that. And to know 2 months later, literally 2 months later, I'm getting a phone call telling me that this person
Do you know what it was?
just passed on, and it go ahead.
What's no explanation? Sorry, I was asking just
They're saying it was a heart attack. They're gonna have they're doing the autopsy today to find out if that's exactly what the cause of death was.
okay.
But for right now, the EMTs declared it a heart attack. Um, so yeah, so that's basically
Okay,
what
so you don't mind me asking, how old was she? Is
she
roughly
was like. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was 50.
50. Heart
Yeah, yeah,
attack.
yeah.
You know,
So like I'm saying,
my
like in
dad
our
had a
age
heart
group.
attack at 50. My
Say
dad
that.
had a heart attack at 50. My dad had a heart attack at 50 as well. He had it all day as well, without knowing. He went to work, came home, went to sleep, and then he still had the same pain. He didn't even realize it was a heart attack when the ambulance came and told him it was a heart attack he was having all day. So you know what? Yeah. Can I ask as well? Was she eating right or not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She wasn't, she wasn't unhealthy. She wasn't unhealthy or anything like that.
My dad
So
was at the time. My dad was at the time. To be fair, he was unhealthy.
yeah, yeah. No, she's not. She's not an unhealthy person. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, so she's from the West Indies too. So we eat. Well, I don't know about, but I
We
eat
eat a
healthy.
lot of
Like
salty food.
I'm not a crazy, like I don't eat crazy. Like, I don't eat a lot of fatty foods and
The thing is,
fast
it's not about
food.
eating crazy with us, though. You know, the funny thing is with us Caribbean people, right? Yeah, we eat a lot of food that contains a lot of salt, and we eat a lot of starchy food as well. We tend to
No,
have a
well, you see, the thing is with her. No, I get that. I get what you're saying, but the thing is with her mom was an NP, so she was a nurse practitioner. So, so the healthy stuff was there, like it was there. Yeah, she ate the West Indian food, but they cook, like in my house I eat a lot of West Indian food, but I've cut back. Like we don't use any salt. Like, and all the seasonings we use don't have sodium in it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you switch out from like the high content sodium content seasonings to other seasonings that don't have the sodium in it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're still able to capture that flavor, but with less, you know, with
Reduce the
less.
salt. Yeah, because it's
Right.
one thing you have to do is got to cut the salt down, man,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
food.
yeah. So to bring it back around, yeah. So, you know, it just left me over the weekend, just, you know, questioning my mortality and just questioning mortality on the whole, and the fact that, you know, to Brush's point, I saw he put in the chat, you know, there's a lot of people that go to sleep and don't wake up, or, you know, you know, my friend and I were having this conversation the other day. Back when we were growing up, death had an age. So back when we were younger, the people that were dying were more so older people. You know what I mean? That you know, that age group of like in the 80s, or they're in their 90s, you know what I mean? And those people were passing away. Now it's not like that anymore. Now they're very young people that are passing away from cancer, or passing away
All sorts of
from
reasons these
from all
days.
sorts of reasons, you know. So like that's what that when I say I question my mortality, is just to question that today we could be here and tomorrow we can't. So in saying that, we have to live each day to the fullest. We have to make sure that we make the best of every second of every day, and be positive, and share that positivity. Not just be positive within yourself, but also be positive with other people, you know?
100%. And share, yeah, you know what? That's one thing I'm gonna have to agree with you with, and encourage. Please, people, share your positivity. Even if you know what, London is a place, and I don't know. New York is kind of the same as well. People don't talk to each other. Say hello to your neighbors, people. If they tell you to f off, they told you to f off. But at least you tried. Yeah, just check in on everybody around you, man. It doesn't kill to be kind. Yeah, like, kill them with kindness. Yeah, that's what I hope you want to do. Yeah, try and check in on everybody, especially your strong friends, your close friends, the people that you haven't spoke to in a while.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah. Check-in is important, man. It's very important. You know, like Bots could tell you. I don't know if he's still here or he left, but he went missing out. He has his own group chat that I'm in, and you
oh
know,
yeah,
we knew he went to Vermont, and you know, and he wasn't doing any shows or anything, but then 4 days went by and he wasn't active in the chat. So today I literally put in the chat, I was like, yo, Bots, you good? You want, you know, you need us to send help or something? Like, you know, because I'm that kind of person. Like, if I
I
see
told
people
you
are missing for a
this.
while that are normally very active, I will definitely reach out and be like, yo, you good? Everything's good. You know, I've done that with
The
you. I
funny thing
mean,
is, the funny thing is that I know exactly what you're talking about because I actually spoke to him. Because I tried to, I basically try to call Bots every day, and he messages me back when he wakes up. Yeah. So the funny thing is, when he spoke to me, I spoke to him about what was going on. So I'm not going to share unless he shared. Well, actually, he shared earlier, didn't he? But yeah, when we found out what was going on, he had to go visit somebody as well
right.
with the situation. So it's crazy. A lot of people don't share as well what's going on in their life, and
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean,
how's that?
that it's also an ethnic thing, because I feel like in the Caribbean, when you have a sickness or an illness in the family, it becomes taboo, and it becomes a conversation that's not had. And unfortunately, we need to break those generational curses, because it's handed down through generations. That, you know, if there's something going on in the family, you shouldn't speak about it, or you shouldn't let anybody know what's going on. But you never
Yeah,
know. You
that's
never
so.
know.
This is
Yeah, you
Jamaican.
never know who you can help. Like, you never know who you can help. Like, if you're all, let's say, okay, you know, and I'm not putting this on anybody, but let's say a family member had cancer and they beat cancer and they went through the struggle and they went through, you know, by you talking about that, you could be helping somebody else who either has cancer or knows somebody that has cancer and could use that information to help that person. You know what I mean? So
Even speaking to someone about what you've been through as well can help them cope with what they're going
of
through.
course, so they know that they're not alone.
Overwhelmed. You know when someone feels so overwhelmed with something, but you've already been through it. People share, man. Share, learn, grow. That is the slogan of this channel, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Share, learn, grow. Help people, man. Yeah, help people. It's nice to help people, man.
It
Nice.
is. It's very, you know, I sometimes, because listen, in this life, I've learned there are two types of people. They're givers, and then they're the givers, and then they're the users and the takers. So you have the givers, the people who give and will give freely, and then you have the people who take and they just take and take and take.
And don't
So
stop taking. They don't feel no way
and don't
taking either.
exactly and don't stop taking. You know, they are those people. So like,
Don't
you
feel
know,
no way.
so you know, but I am a giver. I have always been a giver. I've always been that person that, you know, if I got $2 in my pocket and you need it.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. That's why I'll never be rich, Riri. I'll never be rich. I swear to you, I'll never be rich, yeah.
But
The only
you're rich. But you know what's so funny? You're not rich in monetary, but you're rich in blessings. And you got to look at it that way.
I've got a great family. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
you're rich. You're rich in blessings because you have great people around you. You have, you know, you have people who love you. There's a lot of people who have money, Joe, that don't have that are lonely, that are alone. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, I was like, don't look at your neighbor because you don't know what your neighbor's going through with what, you know, what they have. Don't ever do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Continue as well. You know, don't look at people's pictures and their social media and think, oh,
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah, for sure, definitely.
happy times. Yeah. Just remember,
Yeah,
still
yeah,
not.
yeah. Social media doesn't tell the whole story, man. It never does, you know. It never does, you know. But yeah, I listen. I've been through a lot in my life. I can honestly say that. Um, my mom My mom had her last nervous breakdown when I think I had said this in the GC. My mom had her last nervous breakdown when she was 25 years old. I was 7 years old. Yeah.
So,
No, I was 5. She never fully recovered because when that happened, we were still back in Guyana. So you know the healthcare system in the Caribbean is shit, right?
yeah, absolutely.
So she didn't get the help that she needs. So I've been dealing with that for most of my life and just navigating that illness with her and
So are
and
you a main carer or do you have a nurse for her or something?
no, she lives with me. My mom lives with me.
So yeah, okay, yeah. So you're
My
the main
mom
carer.
lives with me. I mean, she has an aide that comes in because of course I gotta work during the day, even though I'm working in my basement. She has an aide that comes in that takes her she goes to a program and stuff like that. But up here it's better because she gets the help that she needs or whatever, you know?
Absolutely.
But I say that to say this: mental health is a big thing for me. And that's why I commend you for doing this because it is needed. People need to talk. Bottling stuff up. There's that statement of there's a very thin line between sanity and insanity. It's not just a statement. It's an actual
It's
truth.
very
It's
true.
an
It's
actual
very
fact.
true.
You don't know what what will finally break you. Nobody knows that. It could be the smallest thing that can trigger it because of the amount of pressure that you probably have had piling up. And now,
You think
you
you're dealing
know,
with
this little thing tips you over. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I know. I know, because it comes at the times that you know least expect it as well. You think you're coping with something, and then because I don't know about anybody else, but I've had times where I've been struggling with like just I talk to a lot of people, really, yeah, in terms of like I feel like I'm a sounding board for a lot of people, yeah, and a lot of the times I don't talk to nobody, yeah, because I've always thought that I could deal with it. But I remember a couple Christmases ago, everything just piled up, and I was just like, I was just yeah, yeah, because it was like I hadn't spoken to nobody, I hadn't dealt with any of my emotions for like a long time. Nobody was around me, but it was just thinking about certain things, and bro, I just started crying. I started bawling. It's a good couple Christmases ago now. I can't remember how long ago, but it was a time where I wasn't feeling too great. But I felt like I was in control of everything, but
Right.
I wasn't. Simple, simple.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
listen, I tell people all the time, man, if you find somebody that you can talk to, or even if you okay, so even if you can't talk to people, journal, write it down, but get it out some way, shape, or form. Don't don't keep it in. So even if you're not comfortable speaking to another person, get a book and start journaling. Write the stuff down that's bothering you. Write whatever's, whatever you're dealing with. Write it down. You know what I mean? I tell people that all the time because some go ahead.
Um, Connor gave us a little piece of wisdom actually as well on Last Truth is Truth, and he said, sometimes he just sits and talks. So like if you've someone that you miss, or you've someone that you've lost or whatever, he sits in a room in the darkness and he just talks to his dad. Yeah, even though his dad's passed, but he just speaks to his dad like he was there, and he says that helps him as well. Do you know what I mean? So even if you're talking to a dark room, sometimes just saying the words out loud at certain points helps, because it helps you to acknowledge your feelings.
No, no, no.
In
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Like I said, for me, I like talking to people. I don't have, I love interaction. I like talking to people. I like getting energy for energy, energy off of people, not negative energy. I can't deal with that. So any kind of negative energy, I tend to stay away from, or I don't engage in at all. You know what I mean? So, um, but if you can't, because there's some people who don't have it in them to speak to people or to open up to people. So if it is that you need to have a conversation with somebody that, that's no longer there, but their essence is still there, and you could feel them around you,
you
then
know
by
them,
all
you know them as well. Remember that,
right.
people. You know them, yeah. So don't be afraid to talk to
Yeah, yeah,
them if
yeah,
they
of
want
course, of
to.
course. So yeah, that's so like that in that regard, yeah, definitely, man. And like I said, if you don't have that, get a book, journal, write it down. Like, you know, that sort of stuff helps. Like, if you pick up a hobby, painting, like watercolors, like just find something to just expunge that pent up whatever it is that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, but yeah, that and I also advocate, advocate for therapy, because I have a therapist. So when it gets too much for me, I will schedule a session with my therapist, and I will have a session with my therapist. That's another stigma that's a part of like the Caribbean community and the ethnic community.
Yeah, a lot of black people, yeah, just ethnic people in general, actually, because I know a lot of Asian people that don't believe in it as well. It's like, I don't know about anybody else. I'm just gonna speak on what I know, but like with Jamaicans, it's like, oh, we're mad. But that's it. Oh, the minute you go talk to a therapist, they think you're mad people. That go sort your head out. Because if you just went and spoke to somebody, maybe you might understand why too. You get me? People do need to, black people especially need to start taking mental health more
No,
serious.
of course, of course, of course. I was very blessed, to be honest, Joe. I was very blessed because when my mom first, like, when she had her break, like my mom was one of those people, like, you know, in the Caribbean where you got the people that walk around, like the same thing where you say, oh, they say, oh, your mother or whatever. And you know, those people that walk the street, that would be my mom. And my mom would come, like she would come to my school and just like literally just, and I was blessed to have friends that weren't like, they weren't, yeah, they didn't bully me or they actually, I really was blessed to have friends that actually looked out for me. You know what I mean? To this day, I still have some of those friends in my life, you know, that will come and check on her now that she's with me up here. You know what I mean? And make sure she's doing okay and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Some
for
strong
that,
friends.
I'm thankful.
You got some strong friends around you, Riri. That's so
Yeah,
nice to hear.
yeah. But that's what I was saying to you. I don't have. I will never be rich, just like you. But I know I'm blessed with some really, really good people in my life, and
Yeah.
for that, I think I'm ahead of the game, man. Like I really think I'm ahead of the game with that. You know what I mean? Like you know, like the like the like like the song says, "Good friend better than pocket money, brethren." You know.
Man, that's why you got to live long and live strong. You understand what I'm saying? And
Hell yeah, of course, of course.
your life is just a little bit easier. I can't lie to you. Having good people around you, it enriches my life. Because when I'm around my family, I don't need friends. I don't need nobody else. I got my family. My family is the most important thing in my life. Yeah, swear to God. Well, anyway, Riri, thank you once again because another person trying to make me cry. Yeah, I'm okay. But
Listen, I'm not trying to make you cry, bro. I know you don't want to cry on stream, and I know you say that you know there are times where you sit in your thoughts and you cry. Crying is not a bad thing. Like crying releases those emotions that you need to release. And I tell people that all the time. You could cry because you're happy too. You know, there are people who cry when they're happy, like they're like I know, like I'm going down to Orlando this weekend, Joe, because my niece is graduating from high school and she's about to go to Howard University, right?
woo, woo.
So and I've been there from the time she took her first breath. I was in the delivery room with my sister. So let me tell you something. I know come next Tuesday, brethren, I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out, bro, at that graduation.
Do you know
Cause
what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. If it's one thing I've always struggled with is crying. I've never cried when I'm happy. I've never cried when I'm happy. I've cried. I think I'm not even gonna lie. This might sound sexist, but I feel that's more of a woman thing. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean, I don't, because I've seen guys cry from joy. So I don't, it might just be a you thing, but
Maybe I've not seen any men. I've not seen any men in
it
my
might,
family
it
cry
might,
from
bro, all them footballers that cry when they win a championship, bro. Come on, man. What do you mean you never seen a man cry? Are you crazy?
in my family. Yeah, but they're not real men to me. But let me
What?
hey, bye. They're just they're celebrity men, innit? They're not like men's men. Like I've never seen any man in my family cry when they're happy. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Just say it. Just say it. See, that's what I'm saying. Damn, that's sissy. You get me? I'm joking. I'm playing. Right, guys, it's getting late. It's almost 2 hours show. Um, I've only got two people left here, and then I don't know. You know, guys, I said I was going to do like a little roundup at the end, but I don't think I'm going to be fair, because it's been almost 2 hours. So I'm going to talk to Pri, I'm going to talk to Young Pappy, I'm going to wind up the show. So if anybody in the back was waiting to come back in, I'm sorry. But you know, what I do promise, what I'm going to do is actually do another show. That's what I promise. Condino, this goes out to you especially. I promise you I'm going to do another show. Yeah. I promise you this show, F truth is truth, but this show, the checkup, we gonna talk some more. All right. Preem, how you doing, brother?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, man. How you
Yeah,
doing?
man. What's going on, man?
Well, you know what, bro? It's just
Okay.
a checkup. We checked
Chill
in
out.
on our brothers today, fam. I want to know how you're doing, to be honest. Are you okay? Is anything you've been going
Uh,
to talk about?
Yeah, man. No, I'm just loving like everyone's takes. Like I'm just loving, well, not even takes. I'm just loving what everyone's trying to say this whole stream. Like it's been positive. As for me, like I've kind of like disappeared from obviously this space for a bit because obviously I've had shit going on as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, like things like this, yeah, like you don't know. That's why, like, we kind of like ask you to do these shows, isn't it? And do you know what it is? It's not even about us trying to ask you, yeah. It's just so know sometimes it's like within our own community, we don't have someone who has like a um not face what you call not face to face. This is
Space,
like
space to talk. It's a space to talk.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, and
Space to share.
sometimes you don't want to go to another community to hear what they want to say. Sometimes you want to have something like this away from football. That's like your own community, in your own community. Do you know what I mean? You see how everyone has their own talents. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever. Everyone has their own content that they want to do.
I can't
Like
talk football all the time, to be fair. And
exactly. So that's
it's crazy because I'm getting drawn into it at the moment. But I, I, I need this. I need this. I have to talk to people about just life, bro. And
uh
from what I'm hearing, people need. I didn't realize how much people needed to talk as well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's why it's good. Like as I said, like in the community, it's good to have separate like takes away from football where you can just talk about real stuff. I'll be honest with you, because for me that
let me
stimulates
ask
my
you
mind.
then. What
What's
about
that?
you then, Dream? Like, what you been going through? Like, if you
No,
don't mind.
just bro. I'll be honest, man. Lot of family drama, bro. A lot of family drama. A lot of friends as well. Friends drama. People passing away recently. Um, that's in the beginning of the year. One of my close brethren, I know he passed away.
I remember you saying,
R.I.P. And then obviously family drama. I had that, and then yeah, man, just like connection with friends as well. That hasn't been the best. So I'm trying to get myself back in line with the right people, and obviously again with me and you trying to do the show together, just hasn't been the right mindset to me to do that. So it's just been a long, like I'll say, what was it 5 months now, isn't it? Yeah, it's been long. Like I'll be honest with you, like it's a long 5 months for me, anyways.
yeah,
But I'm slowly and but surely getting myself speaking to the right people because I wasn't doing that in the beginning. So I got the right people in my life now to I can like reach out to and be like, all right, cool. Like, how should I
it's
maintain
important.
myself? Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like, I don't want to like let my mind go and drift off to like negative thoughts. And I'm always trying to say positive, but you know, sometimes you got that thing at the back of your head is always coming to you and saying like, yo, why are you trying to do that? Like, no,
Yeah, I mean,
be more negative, be
negative
more
thoughts.
negative.
Yeah, nah, negative thoughts are always going to be there to protect you in a way, as well. To be fair,
Mm.
sometimes you need certain mindset to protect you from doing silly things and stuff like that. Innit?
Yeah, I hear it, but you know, sometimes like when you go through stuff, sometimes you just hear the negative thoughts that wanna put you down more in it. And I feel like that's for me. Like,
Oh, that kind of respect. Oh, I
yeah,
understand what
yeah, yeah. The ones you're talking about, I hear it, and that's it's positive. But for me, it's just like no, like you want me to delve into the stuff. Do you know what I mean? So that's why sometimes about emotions, you know, like men don't really show their emotions as much in it, but I feel like they should do though. They should actually like open up and try to show their emotions. I think that's something I'm working on with my life myself because I
you
don't
know
really
what
show much.
it's how we respond to each other that makes it what what will change that. If you understand what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like, see, when we was just a minute ago, when I just said that silly thing, when I was like, I don't call them real men. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, yeah,
you see, this is the stupid shit that I'm talking about. But
yeah.
those exist because of the stigma that we have surrounding sharing our emotions.
Yeah, again, it's for society, man. Like they say like you guys shouldn't show your emotions. Like even let's say relationships, bro. Like, and this is a fact. Women don't want men to be showing their emotions. Let's say that they don't want men to be showing it. But I feel like men should
It's
show their emotions. They
changing
should show
nowadays. I mean,
all that stuff.
I
You know.
think it's a thing that we think that a lot of men think that women don't want us to show their emotions. Um, but
And they
no,
prove our point as well.
men don't want to be seen as a bitch. Men don't want to be seen as a bitch. Yeah,
100%. But
that's
then
what.
again, it's not about being a bitch though. It's about listen. It's that being heard, isn't it? Like I'm telling you how I feel, and I want you to respect me for being a man and telling you how I feel. Otherwise, what do you want me to keep bottling up all this emotion that I have? And then when I explode, you're thinking, oh, why are you exploding for?
I
No, because
expect.
I'm, you know. And I'll be honest, bring that
And
back
that's
to
what
my
happens to us, because we bottle things up so much a lot of the time.
yeah. I'll even bring it back to my personal life. Like, I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. Like bro, I didn't live the best life. Like I was always on the roads, bro. I wasn't the best. I'll be honest with you. But then I just had
You
that
still
one wake
road
up call. I had that one wake up call, and I was like, yo, you know what? I gotta just fix up my life. I can't be here anymore. Do you know what I mean? I can't be here living this. I gotta be properly in it. So then I had that wake up call, and then yeah, man, thank God, my mom again changed my life. So it's just about you just gotta have the right people.
What was
I
your
feel
wake
like
up
that was
call?
my issue.
What was your
What you
wake
say?
up call?
No,
What
just
was your
no,
wake
we
up
just had a shock factor in it. Like when you're just out and about, you just had a shock factor. You say, you know what, like this can't, like, I can't be doing this. Do you know what I mean? And my mom sat me down and she's like, yo, Preem, like, what are you doing? Like, do you know what I mean, you're a very talented individual. You got so many things going with your life, and you want to waste it away doing this. Like, fix up. Do you know? And then I was like, you know what? Let me try to do the U-turn thing. And then the U-turn actually worked. And then I came back to her, I said, you know what, mom, I really appreciate what you've said to me, because without you, like, I don't know where I would have been. I don't know where my headset would have been. So, and also,
honestly,
if
thank God
I'll
for you.
bring religion into it as well, because obviously when you pray to God, and then He gives you that the wisdom. So if you are religious, or you try to seek someone, that for me helps in it. So well, whatever helps for you guys as well, but for me personally, that helped as well for me, so I can get that guidance that I needed.
I'm not
You
gonna
know.
lie to you. When I was in the church that day, when I was burying my auntie, bro, I swear, got, I don't know what it is about religion, yeah, but it does help. It really does help. And I know not everybody's into God and religion and stuff like that, yeah, but I don't know why
Yeah.
it helps so much. But for me, anyway, that's just a personal take. You know, you might not be very religious, you might not be into the Lord, you might not believe in God or whatever.
Yeah.
But I 100% feel that it helps. That's just a personal take, people. I'm not
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah, and I agree with that as well. Obviously, everyone has their different views on religion, so that's a very vast topic, anyways. But I know for a fact that someone do, like, let's say if a drastic situation happens, someone's praying to some god, saying that, yo, please help me in this situation, get me out of this situation, or
Oh,
please heal this person. Do you know what I mean? But not every our religions align in the same, but there is a god that someone is praying to. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I can agree with that point. So. Yeah, again, for me, I just thought after that wake up call, I just had to switch up my life and just try to be a good son for mum, and then obviously it worked out to who it is now. So I'm not saying my life is perfect. I still think like I got many things to improve in myself. But I'll be honest with you, Joe. I want you to do these more, because I just feel like, again, this community, we need something like this, and I feel like I treat this like a therapy session, because I learn from other people's experiences as well.
there you
Like
go.
some people go through stuff who I feel like I'm going through so much shit, in the past couple of months, I'm going through some, and then I hear someone else, I'm like, raw, this is there even more than me. I'm like, raw, like what? You know what I
You got
mean?
what you do have, it's not. Sometimes you get so down, you don't realize the stuff that you still have around you that's worth appreciating when you're so
Yeah,
depressed. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
man,
the bad stuff that's happening, you don't realize all the good that you have going on as well, and then you lose
yeah,
sight of the good sometimes. So yeah, it's these are good things to speak about still, because
yeah,
you do share these experiences with other people that makes you think, well, keep your head up, keep going,
yeah.
son, keep going, bro, keep going. Honestly,
What I would say as well with depression, yeah, like I know everyone's been had that, but just try to not let yourself go in it, if you know what I mean. Like those wild thoughts you're thinking in that state, just try to find the light in that dark tunnel, and trust me, because I know everyone's been there, where there's a dark tunnel, you're just in there hallucinating, thinking all the maddest thing you want to do to yourself or do something. Yeah, I've been there, I'll be honest with you. I've had some
or just
dark
yeah.
thoughts.
Sometimes people just sometimes you just want to. You think that it will just be better without you.
Yeah,
And wouldn't
I'll
life
tell
just
you.
be easy? Like, why is life so hard? Like
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
That's
You're like, why you? Yeah, exactly. Like, why did you put me in this situation? Why, man? Like, sometimes I'm thinking, like, why did you put me in this? Like, what? Like, I shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? And then you just start thinking mad. And my mom was like, listen, Preem, just relax, cool down, like, think logically and positive. Do you know what I mean, in the situation, and then you'll be able to feel like, okay, cool, this is what I need to move on. You know what I mean? And also having people to speak to is a very big factor as well, because you can also release the energy for them to understand how you're feeling, so they can give you the right advice. Because sometimes, again, what you said, you just need to speak to someone to talk, just talk. You know, talk how
Out.
your emotions are.
Just need a sounding board as well. And one thing
Mm.
I'm a big believer in as well, that sometimes it's just good to say it out loud. Because sometimes when you actually say something out loud, when you hear it, it helps you sort it. Like when you're going through a problem, do you know what I mean? When you're going through a problem, sometimes when you just say how it is, it changes everything.
Yeah, 100. You know, and as the comment said, it's okay not to be okay. You know, that's why it's good to check up on people. It's okay that don't
No,
feel like
just,
I have to complete so many things in life. That oh, I'm stressed now. I've got this guy, this guy, this guy. Like, bro, it's okay. Like everyone has their healing phase in it, and trust me, that you'll prosper from that phase. Because when you find a way out, there's a way out, man. There's a way out for everything. You know. But I always try to say this: no matter how people's family situation is in their lives, like just trust that everything's gonna be okay when you put your mind to it. You know what I mean? You can try build bridges. You know what I mean? So
work
that's
through
what
it.
I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, work through it, people. Never, don't sit still. Don't sit
Yeah,
in. Don't
man.
work through it. Work through it. Hey, Preem, big call, man. Thank you
Big
for
up,
calling.
man. Love, love.
Take care, take care. And you know what? I'm sorry, doctor. I put Riri on and then I went straight to Preem. I forgot that you was before. I'm so sorry. And young papi, I'm coming to you. I promise. Yeah, I promise. I'm coming. Doctor,
Hi.
my apologies. My apologies. Straight away.
No problem, no problem.
I
Real
was just
quick.
in a line, innit? So I don't know.
Yeah, 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 no problem, no problem. So,
How are you and how are you feeling? Is everything
okay,
okay?
today I'm all right.
Mhm. Anything
To be
recently you want to share?
just, uh, everybody's fine. Everything is cool. Everybody's alive. It's just,
All right.
I have to learn how to share my feelings because
Okay.
I've never been one to talk to anybody, you
All
know?
right. I'm listening, bro.
Like,
This is the thing. This is, you
yeah,
know what? I feel this is the thing about certain people as well, yeah. Because I think some people find it hard to actually talk, just in general.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely that person. It's kind of ironic. I'm a doctor, so I'm here to like listen to you and fix your problems. But when it comes to me, it's like I'm not gonna tell you anything. And it's not because I don't want to, but maybe it's there's several sides to this because I am a complicated person and I know this. My sister keeps on telling me, get yourself checked, which I'm
It's okay. It's okay to not
I'm
be okay.
but like
It's just quirky.
one yeah, yeah, that's what I tell her. I'm unique. You're never gonna find somebody like me in this earth. But I do need to grow. But
Hey,
I
hey,
don't know
let me
how
ask
to.
you a question. Are you in? Are you a danger to anybody else?
Oh, no, not in a bad way. Like uh
Live your
I've been
life,
I've
bro. Don't
been
go.
told. So whilst
Nowadays,
in
everybody wants a label for everything.
pardon,
I
pardon,
said
Joe.
nowadays everybody wants a label for everything. You don't
Yeah,
need a
yeah,
label
yeah,
to
yeah.
know who you are.
I know, I know, but like something like one, I don't know how to like uh, 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 put my feelings in a word form. So you know how earlier on, Riri was saying you should journal and stuff like that. I've tried
Yeah,
that.
I saw someone called Jay in the chat as well that was saying that it's good to write a
Yeah,
journal.
I do like, and it's so ironic. My sister, my mom, my dad, they love when it comes to words, they so eloquently put stuff together, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say. Trust me, they've bought me diaries and stuff like that, and it's just empty. You just find the date and hello, that's it, you know. So
Do you feel like this space has been helping you? I don't mean
oh,
my channel because
like
obviously I don't post enough. I'm talking about being in this YouTube space because you've been around
oh
us and you seem to like
yeah,
be coming out of your show more and more. I'm not even gonna lie to
exactly.
you.
So
Recently as well.
I'm going to tell you this. I got back into like football because I saw a clip of, I don't know, I feel like I don't remember if it was Flex and KG, and I just started cackling. I don't know what, I think they were doing an impression of somebody, and I was on the floor, and I said it was KG on somebody else's channel. Do you know how many? It took me 4 weeks to find his channel. That's another story for
Really?
another day. Yeah, because I said I am determined to find this guy.
Who is this guy? He's making me curious, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and even after that, when I found his channel, it took me another couple of months to actually call in.
I understand that. I
And
never
I
called
won't
in.
lie. Pardon?
I didn't call in straight away either. So,
I know. I know. And so when I did call in, yeah, and he said hello, I almost hung up. I
oh,
almost hung up. I would that this is why one of the reasons why I don't even want to put my camera on, not because I know myself, I will start stuttering and I will start like I'm that kind of person. I'll start sweating, I'm shaking, and even
do you find it hard to like give speeches in public as well?
yes. Oh, when it was time, like it's different because like in front of a patient, yeah, I can tell them everything. I'm gonna give you diagnosis and stuff like that. But when it comes to like, oh, it's time to give a speech to like a group of directors of a hospital, for example, I'm the
Yeah,
kind of person I'm sweating. I'm
yeah.
I, it even worse. Put a camera on me, and I don't know
Why do
what
you
to do.
want to do YouTube then? Why do you want to do YouTube, dog?
No, I want to challenge myself. I actually want this to
I love
stop
that.
because I can't, I'm in my 30s. My
Yeah.
sister's wedding, my sister's wedding, they gave me the microphone. She said they weren't going to give me the microphone. They gave me the
She set you
microphone and
up. She set you up. That
she set
she
me up.
set you up.
She set me up. And the whole family knows. Why are you giving this girl the microphone? I will start. She's very lucky I didn't start naming the 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 what the squad for United at the time.
Manchester United. Because that's what's in your head. I know what I've okay, no, I don't even know what I'm doing because I'm no doctor, yeah. But it sounds
Yeah.
like you're a person who finds it easier to just give information.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
that's why it's so
Random.
good to your YouTube channel as well. Because you just I see how you give your information on your YouTube channel as well. It's very structured, it's very,
Yeah.
you know, you know
I
what you want.
make notes.
Where like I'm completely different, as you may well know. You know,
But everybody's different.
nothing is nothing. Look, you know what I
But
did for my speech for my auntie's speech. Sorry, for my
what do
auntie's
you?
funeral. Sorry, I got up on stage and I said, okay, I don't write well, I don't read well, but I speak well, and then I just
Yeah.
started speaking. That's how I started my speech. Yeah, one day I will show you the footage from the speech from the funeral. Yeah, when I get it from my cousin. Yeah, but the the speech, I literally got up on the thing and I said, I do not write well, I do not read well, but I do speak well. And then I just started my speech, and I had bullet points, but I had nothing written down. Yeah, I just spoke from the heart. Yeah,
Yeah. That and everybody's different. You do and oh back. Let me just go back a couple of callers. Continue. Another
yeah,
reason why I would just want to say this, I totally get what he's saying because I've been in London, back in London for about almost 10 years now, and I understand. Me, if like I'm at home, I live with my family. If it's not gym, it's house. Work on the business, gym, house, shops, go visit a cousin. Like that's a road. And another reason why I decided to get out on this space is to talk to somebody other than my family. Because
I heard that. So you're
yeah,
quite
you know,
introverted, yeah. Apart from
yeah,
talking to your
like
family, yeah, you don't really
somebody
mingle.
in the chat said extroverted introvert. It's kind of like that. Like for example, another like for example, KG's thing comedy. You know, he invited some of us. I was like, I was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say I would come because I know the day will come up. Like
Where do you
I'm
live,
not
Doctor?
going.
Where do you live? Where do you live? You live in London.
Yeah, in the Hackney area.
You watch. Listen, you going to the? Are you going to the? You're trying to go to the game or any watch-alongs or stuff like that with the Ghana? With
Yeah,
the
I said I was gonna go. The thing happened again, and I don't think I'm gonna go.
no. We're gonna socialize. You, Condino, me, KG. We're all
I
gonna get together. We're getting together. We're going to socialize. Especially that's a good time as well for us to do it. Yeah, like maybe we'll organize a watch along. I was imploring KG to do like a watch
in
party,
person.
like a watch
Yeah,
party. So like like what he did
yeah,
um for the boxing. So he's got a place where he rents. Yeah. Um, and he just got their TVs around, fill it up. Everybody come, we drink, we eat, we watch this game. You get me? So and we enjoy. You
yeah.
get me? We
That
throw
would
we
be
throw
great.
shade at each other. That'd be beautiful. We'll do that. We'll do that.
And
What
look,
time is
I'm
that?
also the kind of person I will just sit there and say random shit, like random facts. Why do I know these facts?
You're a
I don't
local
know.
Sheldon. Do you know watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm not as
You're our
um
Sheldon.
no, not as bad as Sheldon, but like w- uh, another thing. Oh, my mind is all over the place. But another thing, like talking about grief and death. When somebody dies, I don't know what to do. So I start cracking jokes. I'm that kind of person. So I told my sister, and she knows this. God forbid if any of my parents die, and I start laughing. It's not because I'm not sad. It's because I don't know what
I
to
hear
do.
it. You have an awkward laugh, Doctor. I can hear it
Yeah.
already. I can hear it right now. You've got a smile on your face. I can hear the smile on your face. Yeah, but it's because
Yes,
you
I do.
feel nervous. It's
I
that
don't know
nervous.
what to do.
Oh, I'm nervous.
My
So I'm smiling
so
kind of thing.
years ago when my I think I was a teenager. I think I was about 13 or 14. One of my dad's sisters passed away. To be fair, I did not know this. My cousins came that night she passed away. They came to my dad's house, and they told my dad. So my dad had to go to the hospital to do the whole thing, body thing. Everybody was looking sad. Nobody told me. So me, I was just joking around, laughing around,
Oh,
running
obviously,
around.
I thought though. You didn't know.
Yeah, no, but one of her kids had the audacity. I called the audacity because I'm like, I get it, your mom died, but don't get mad at me because nobody told me. She was like, yeah, why are you laughing? I'm like, what? What happened? She still didn't tell me. Next day they were like, oh yeah, your auntie died. I'm like, well, you should have told me yesterday.
Yeah, well, that
To this
no
day,
one's blaming you for something like that. Yeah.
yeah, no, but like to this day,
Like,
she
how
doesn't
old were
talk to
you?
me
How
like that.
old were you? How old were you? How old were
I
you?
think I was about 12 or 13.
You know the funny thing is, yeah, that stayed with you. That memory. Look how very well you remember
Oh
that memory.
no, to
Yeah.
be fair, that girl has not spoken to me since. And I honestly, I don't care. I was like, I don't care. I'm
You
like,
do care,
I guarantee,
You
because
do care.
she
You
sees
do
me
care.
in public and just walks by. I'm like, yeah,
You know what? But that is something that you feel aggrieved for. Is that something that you feel that they've done you wrong by treating you that way, though? If you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice, Doctor. The
God,
thing is, you see, when something like that happens to you and you feel wrong, yeah, and you don't feel like it was your fault that you're being scolded, it stays with you and it does change your opinion on certain situations as well. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
gonna stop talking because I am no doctor, and maybe I should really start taking a course that I'm starting to do these shows now.
you should.
But I'm taking a counseling
Maybe
course.
like a psychology course.
Yeah, I've got to do it. I've got to do it now because you know what I'm saying all
No,
these things. But you know what? Someone's always told me anyway. Like I've always been a good sounding board. As much as you guys hear me shouting on KG show, an emotional person, blah blah blah
no,
blah.
that's football. That's for
That's
the
that.
recklessness.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Even in my younger days, and this is why I've always said like I feel like I don't really have people to talk to because people usually come
Oh,
to me. They're
I
talking.
know, no, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it because I feel like how do I put this? Kind of like my dad is kind of like the patriarch of his side of the family. So as a daughter who is like that patriarch kind of person, like as a daughter of somebody who's a patriarch, the younger generation tend to come to me and I'm like, what do you want me to do? Again, I'm awkward. What do you want me to do?
You see, this is the thing as well. It doesn't always filter down, yeah, because you know what I've noticed: the heads of families, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
always stay in the same family. If you get
yeah,
what I mean.
exactly.
Like, so look, my uncle, yeah, my aunt. I live in a matriarchy, yeah.
Yeah.
I live in a matriarchy. My family is full of women, yeah,
Oh,
full of
same.
women, full up, full up a woman, yeah. When I tell you, my auntie that passed, this is
Yeah,
why it's very sad. She was the head of the family, yeah.
yeah,
She run the family. But my uncle, he's kind of like the matriarch. I mean the patriarch. Sorry, yeah. But he's kind of like he just makes money. Do you understand what I mean? He doesn't
yeah.
really run the family. She
Oh
run
no,
the.
I get it.
If you get what I mean. Christmas at their house, opinion always taken
Mm,
into consideration. Do you know what I mean? When she
yeah,
tells you something, it went. Do you get what I mean? Her, when someone could tell you something and you don't even
take
argue
any
back.
offense. Yeah,
You know,
or you don't even take any offense to what they say.
and she will tell you it exactly how she wants to tell you
Oh,
it as well.
my mom's the
Yeah,
same way.
yeah. It's
My
just
mom's very blunt, straight to the point, and I'm like, God, you're right, and you know she's right.
a difference though. But you see, my mom is blunt and straight to the point, but she didn't deliver the news like my auntie could deliver the news.
Oh no,
My I've got all my family is very blunt. I'm very blunt, yeah. But I know that when I say it, I probably sound rude. You see, when she says it, even though it kind of sounds rude, you just respect it. It just comes out different. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, uh,
I can't explain it because I can't do it. Because I just
but
walk around people all the time.
yeah. So I feel like, and again, I think I feel like I'm reiterating what a few people have said because I kind of agree with it. Almost everyone. I feel like you have to find your hobby. It could be anything: drawing, writing, singing. Me personally, I love music. That's why I love football, because it gives me. I love football because it's 90 minutes. I watch it and I forget about everything,
Mm.
all my problems for that 90. That's why when there's extra time, I just get tired. Like for example, the Leon game. After 90 minutes, I won't lie, I was on Bot's channel. I logged off because I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And it
It
didn't
goes on
help you were
too long
losing.
sometimes, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie. This is a 2 hour stream, so I can't even see this is
Yeah.
going on 2.5 hours right now. But
You
we're
know what?
talking to people individually about really important
Yeah.
things. This is a bit different. But yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
But
go about football for that long. Yeah, like this is too
yeah.
much.
When
It's
it's
too much.
World
It's
Cup
got me a
time,
bit
I
nervous
feel
though. You made me nervous now, Doctor, with what you just said.
why what?
Because they've invited me to do the watch along, isn't it?
Oh, on DR Sports
UV,
or UV.
UV. I'm
Ah,
like,
go do it, Joe. Do it.
I already agreed to it. But the thing is, I know what I'm like. You see what you just said. I'm gonna want to
Yeah.
log off for one point. Be like, I'm going away now. I don't
No,
know. I always
don't do
sit there
that.
3 hours before the game, then watch the game, and then do a.
And
I could never. I could
because
never.
do you know, I actually wanted to do a watch along on my channel, and I was like, I know myself. After 90 minutes, I'm going to be like, guys, I'm sorry.
Fun one watch along, and I swear I only stayed for half of it. Ask bots. I did
Do you,
one watch
I
along.
won't lie. I may have lied. I lied and said, I'm gonna do something. I wasn't doing something. I was on my bed trying to not sleep. Then I went,
At least get honest.
and
At
what
least get
pissed me
honest
off
now.
is we were losing, and I was like, I'm not. I'm going to crash out. Went and took a shower at 4-2. Came out and we won 5-4. And I went downstairs and I was ranting to my sister. I was like, you know, yeah, another. You know what? It's not a football stream. I'm not gonna talk about this. But yeah,
Yeah,
me,
yeah. What
my
are you bringing it back to football for? Yeah, yeah. But
yeah,
no, continue.
my escape is football, music, and I love movies. That's good movies. That's why I said go watch Sinners, because I can't be the only one sitting in my house. I watched it with my cousin. My cousin is tired
Yeah.
of me bombarding her with Sinners memes and stuff like that.
And I don't even know what it's about yet. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know what it's about yet. Yeah,
Go
so don't.
watch it.
I've seen some things on the internet. I'll keep going.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not
But no,
looking
there's a lot of good topics on there. Uh Slavery, racism, colorism, the
for some
the
parody. So
so the it's parallels between the Irish and the Black American music,
brethrens,
parallel.
brethrens. I thought the Irish people were slaves as well at one point, weren't they?
Yeah, they were at some point.
They are brethrens. That's why
Yeah,
Jamaican people say we're vexed. You know what? Yeah, when I used to work on construction site, yeah, and I swear to
yeah.
God, I used to hear some Irish people cussing, and I used to think it was Jamaicans at one point. I was like,
Oh no.
no, I've been vexed, vexed. You know what I'm saying? But, I guarantee you, Jamaicans need to talk English from Irish people. I
Yeah,
swear.
definitely. And also, the last thing before I go, there's also a nice parallel between music. I think American music, African music, Irish music. It's a good movie. Watch it in IMAX because you, I they say it's horror, but it's not really like uh, a Final Destination type of movie. It's funny, scary a little bit,
What
but
movie?
it's
What movie?
good.
We talking? What?
Sinners.
Sinners is scary. It's scary.
It's not really scary.
No,
They
it looks
put it as
scary.
a horror, but it's not. I don't like horror, but
It doesn't
I
look
watched
anything
it.
like a horror movie to me. But let me not judge. I've not watched it yet, so
Keep an open mind,
can't judge. Can't
guys.
judge. I've
I'm
watched
I'm gone. It's it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm
it in the morning.
struggling to stay
Well,
up.
it is a late checkup, and it was a late checkup. But thank you,
Yeah,
Doc. Thanks for staying up with us. Thank you for calling in and sharing. Thank you very much.
yeah. Bye.
You want to share your channel so that people know where to find
Oh,
you, so they can come talk to
United
you.
Talk, United Talks community. I had no, I haven't posted in a while, but yeah, don't judge me.
Worry, I
It's
can't say anything, can I? I can't say. All I can do is encourage you to do more. Yeah.
yeah, and oh, I have another channel. It's the one I
How you
chat
got
with
another
you guys.
channel where you're not even promoting on this one?
I
One
know.
second, don't
The,
turn nah. Hold on 1 second. You want to start another channel where you're not even posting
no,
on
it's
now?
actually I started this channel first before I had the doctor the football one. Okay, it's just I hadn't posted on this one yet because I want it to
What
be
would you
more
say to me if I
medical.
went to start another channel? What would you say to me if I went to start another channel, Doctor? With the level of consistency I have on my channel right now.
I don't know.
You exactly. Anyway, so you know what I'm thinking, Doctor. Stop it.
But
Yeah,
you
no.
know what? I'm gonna be consistent. It's the new month soon, so fingers
Hey,
crossed.
listen, I'm here to support it. Everybody
Yeah.
bullied me for getting more consistent, so I'm gonna do it
I,
for you too, Doctor. It's all
thank you
love.
very much.
Yeah. Did
Bye.
you contact that guy that I gave you the number to contact and thing? I'm gonna slap
First
you.
thing tomorrow morning.
Slap you, Doctor. For everybody that's here right now, Riri, yeah, I know you can see me. I know you're hearing. I gave Doctor a graphic guy's number. He reached out to me saying, I will help Doctor. I gave Doctor his number. The man wants to help
Life
Doctor.
is life. Life. But I will.
I,
First thing,
I
I have
will.
an alarm.
No,
I'm
no,
setting
Flo,
an alarm.
get out. You don't deserve to talk anymore, Doctor. No. That you're gonna get flogged tomorrow on Boxer's show. Flogging, yeah. But if listen, do you need me to contact him for you, Doctor? Because I will contact him for you, and he's already contacted me. I spoke to me. I told him that He's not going to charge you nothing. I've sorted everything out. He just needs to know what you want for your channel. So that's the only reason he needs to speak to you. Is it that shy thing that we're talking about? If it is, don't worry. I can help you get past that. I'm actually a very good communicator. Yeah. So if you need me to hook up the thing for you, I'll hook it up for you. Yeah. Holler at me. Young Pappy, last but definitely not least, and I'm Riri's jump back in, so I'll talk to her at the end. But last but definitely not least, bro, how are you?
I'm just living life, bro. Just taking it day by day.
Hope everything's good for you. You know, you got that laid back, proper Caribbean attitude, like you've been living in the Caribbean your whole life. Yeah,
Practically, yeah.
you're so chill. Do you have any worries? Yeah, literally, I
Yeah.
feel like you should just start singing. Don't worry. King. That's what your voice sounds like every time I hear you. You know.
I
How
mean,
you
that's
feel,
that's
bro?
good to know, then.
No, you. I swear to God, you're one of those guys that when you hear your voice, you feel like relaxed, a little bit relaxed, just hearing your voice.
Yeah,
How are
yeah.
you, young Pappy?
I've been all right lately. Getting better day by day, but we all go through our traumas in life. It's
You
not
said
easy.
lately, so what has been troubling you, if you don't mind me asking?
A lot of family related things, a little childhood trauma, you know, being relived again in recent times, Um, pretty much my old man was incarcerated when I was younger, and
Oh shit, okay, for a long time.
so
How long?
well, for pretty much my childhood, so didn't really have a childhood with my old man, and so we
When did you like meet him?
oh no, I knew him from, like, he was incarcerated when I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, so I knew him from before.
Right. So it was like
Got
losing somebody. That was kind of like losing somebody. Then I mean,
yeah, in a sense. So when it happened again on some things that shouldn't have happened type of vibe, then it was like just all damn traumas from when I was a youth without my old man like was brought back. Luckily, I was able to work some magic somehow and sort it out, like you know. But yeah, so
so is that something? So your father and all that, yeah. Is that something that you like? You say childhood trauma. Why is it traumatic? I don't. Do you know the funny thing is, yeah,
it's just
I,
like when I was a
me,
kid. Sorry,
yeah, go
good.
on.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, is
When
it
I was
just
a kid,
sorry,
seeing.
I think there might be a delay. I'm not gonna talk. You talk. Yeah, you
All
talk.
right, cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, growing up, you seeing kids with the parents and all of that there, and you just wanted that. You had the connection already with your old man and all of that, so you just missed it. So
It was funny, right? Because when I first went to America, because I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me now. Yeah. Um, Born in Jamaica, I knew my dad, like as in I knew him, but he never raised me. He moved to America. Yeah. Like my dad, I was born out of a cheating relationship. My dad
yeah,
already had me and then slept with my mum and had me. Yeah. Jamaican life story. Yeah. So so he moved to America, yeah. And so I knew of him, yeah, and he would come and visit and stuff like that, but I never really knew him, if you get what I'm saying. And when I
yeah,
was like 15, I went to America to visit, and my sisters asked me this question, and there was like, weren't you angry about like not knowing your dad properly and being left out and stuff like that? I swear to God, before you asked me that question, I never even thought about it. I just thought, yeah, that's my dad. He lives in America.
yeah,
That's it. You get me?
yeah. You
I
was
don't
young
know
at the
no
time,
different,
innit?
if you get what I'm saying. I don't know no different is what I was getting at. You know, like you can't miss something if you never had it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Whereas you had something and then lost it. You get
yeah.
what I mean? So
Even if it was temporary, it was still a big part of my life. Really,
that's
like
what I mean. And it hurt you because you clearly looked up to your dad. I can hear it in your voice.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I can
But
hear it.
However, me and my old man will good today. Like, you guys kick it often as we can.
Mm,
However, I just need him to, it's just family stuff that personally I probably can't really talk too much on. Like, I could just say my piece.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I just need him to get out of the situation he's in, pretty much. And yeah,
Okay, but one thing I said, is he a repeat offender? Is that the problem?
no, 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 no.
No.
That's
I'm
the
not going to press you.
downfall thing. Like, that's
Yeah,
kind of
I ain't gonna press
the
you, but
messed
it's
up
your
part right
business.
now.
When you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, you talk about it, innit? Yeah, but if you want to talk about how do you cope with it then, in terms of
Well, to be fair, it's one of them things like I am allowed up my old man's house, but okay, pretty much him and his wife basically is about the wife basically. I could speak on that because this is my part, is Um, she had a problem with him drinking, blah blah blah. So they was getting at it, whatever. She called the cops on him after she bid him, blah blah blah. So yeah, obviously it never looks good on the man, innit?
it never, ever, ever.
Even if he
Sorry,
didn't
that's so
touch her or
strong.
whatever, or
Ever. Listen, once a woman calls the police on you, you're going to jail, bro. You're going,
pretty much exactly,
going.
exactly. So it's one of them things like
Talking out
so
personal
once,
experience, by the way. Just I'm saying, talking out personal experience. You're going to
facts, yeah,
jail.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, basically, well, luckily it was a camera in the living room that caught everything. So, but
Oh, big. But
still,
did
with
you get in
with
trouble for
that, like
anything?
they still have to go through the procedures, all of that there. But yeah, I wasn't really taking that too lightly, like so. Yeah, I basically somehow got him out of jail that night, pretty much like during a storm, during hurricane season,
That's determination. That's
bro.
determination right there. And love. Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't have that
Determination
happen
and love.
again. That childhood trauma, and I couldn't have that happen again. Even if it wasn't as it was before, because that was a whole different situation before, like, but same way.
No, I hear it. Because you know what, these are the kind of things that determine kind of who you are in life and as a person. Do you know that these what we call childhood traumas are actually building blocks to who you will become in life. Like like with me and my dad, and with you and your dad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you made a life decision a long time ago when you was young. Something along the lines of, and let me just put it out there right now. I'm gonna guess. Let me know if I'm kind of right. I'm doing the Mystic Meg thing tonight. But I maybe just say, I bet you had an idea of something like either you're never gonna go to jail or you'll never leave your kid. Something like that, right?
No, yeah, 100%, yeah. I couldn't even imagine me behind the cell. I ain't even gonna lie, you know?
See, there you go. There you go. And you know what? Because I made a life decision when I was really young as well, and it's because of my dad. I said, you know what, I wouldn't. You know what I said, and I fucked up my life decision. Yeah, I said the woman that I have a kid with, I would marry straight away because I wouldn't want my kids to not know their dad. But my kids know me. My kids love me.
Yeah,
That's what
it worked out in the end for you if your kids part, like, so
my kids love me. Yeah,
that's what's
that's
up.
I can say without a doubt in my mind, my kids love me. Done. Yeah. So, but I wish I had been around them more while certain things, to be honest. Like my son, he's grown with me as there in how I would want to be there. Like, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I, mm, I still don't feel like the proper dad that I wanted in my life. Do you get what I'm saying?
no,
So,
100%, yeah.
but that it is what it is, isn't it? Life is life, bro.
Yeah, but that
You
same time is one of them
know,
things where it's like, you only know what you're experiencing same way, innit? So
I only know what I know, bro. And
yeah.
I think in that respect as well, maybe I didn't learn how to be a good enough dad as well.
Well,
I
this
think
is it. So what you know is good enough for what you know. So
is it good enough though, bro? Is it good enough? It's
is
good
your
enough.
kids
I
happy
think it's
and
good enough.
healthy?
But is it good enough? But is it though? And yeah, they're happy and healthy. But in a respect that one thing I learned, yeah, just because we think it's good enough doesn't mean it's good enough.
Right.
Get me?
And again, I don't have kids, so I can't really speak on that. So again, I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
experienced
but
it.
that's one
So
thing I've learned though. That, but just remember that, bro. As a man that you've had, like you said, your childhood traumas about your dad not being there for a certain amount of time as well. For a guy who didn't really grow up with his dad either, I've had lots of male role models in my life. Don't get me wrong. Got my
no,
uncle.
100%. I have my uncle, hey, my uncle Farbs. He was there with me the whole way. I
Hold
ain't
on,
gonna
what did
lie.
you say? You say your uncle's Ferbs?
You never knew this? I could have sworn you knew that.
Is that why he sounds so much like him? I swear to God, it was in the chat earlier. Yeah, was it every look? See it there? Every time he speaks, I hear Ferbs. I was like, I thought they were just joking. I didn't actually know he was actually young Ferbs, bro.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
I said,
So
hey, the elder. He's a real elder. You're like young Ferbs now, bro. You don't know much respect. You just put on your own name now, bro. You're young Ferbs. Young Ferbs is in the house, bro. Hey, no, hey, don't rap for the family. Hey,
So yeah, obviously, and then we guys had our trauma, 2-3 years ago, like with my nana, his mama. So
okay.
it was a trickle effect
Yeah,
really for me. So it's like that happened, and then the situation with my old man a year later, and then and then also my papa had passed away a year later as well. Like so, everything was just coming, like
fast. Yeah, one after the other kind of thing.
yeah. So it wasn't easy at all.
I never even. This is the thing, yeah. I feel like when things happen, like it feels like it is always one after the other, and I think
Yeah,
sometimes the pile up is what also gets people pressed. If you know what I mean,
yeah,
it it,
yeah.
it just pulls people under. Like,
Cause it's like, what now? Like, what else you got for me now?
yeah, and that's what you feel like. Fuck, what else you gonna do to me? Fuck you, and that's when you turn
You
your back
feel
on
me?
stuff.
Like,
Yeah, it's when you, but that's when you need it. That's when you need the thing of trying to keep busy. And when somebody earlier said about getting a hobby, not get a hobby, but do something that interests you. I think it was Dr. NHS, like getting something that can distract you. Some people say that. I think it was Doctor actually, because she's saying her stuff is music and movies. And
yeah,
to be honest, my stuff has always been video games. Yeah,
same here. Literally same
yeah.
here.
Sit down and I could just play a game just to get ignore things, just get
Yeah,
away into the game and stuff like that. But yeah,
get away from what we call reality, and just
enjoy, just
yeah,
enjoy that section for that moment, innit? But yeah, to be honest with you, bro, what's your thing? So video games is yours as well, yeah?
yeah, 100%. I mean, I used to play ball, but obviously it don't pay the bills and all of that, so couldn't risk injury, and
Video games don't pay bills either. In fact, they take the money out your pocket, but it's still,
pretty
you got
much, yeah, exactly,
yourself. That's why it's called a hobby, because you don't make profit from it, but you enjoy it.
literally. So like I could still play, like I get a kicks and all of that there. So I might actually come out next season. I'll see how things go. But yeah, I just like to play video games and all of that. Still athletic and all, so it's not like I can't go and play ball. So
Hey, listen, if you can make it to the UK one day, bro, we're gonna try and organize another football tournament.
100%. And I guess either I could try to organize my show around that, or I just let you know whenever I'm coming, and hopefully something could happen, like But I want to
Yes, bro.
come when United's playing better football. That's my whole thing with coming back to the UK. When United plays some better, consistent football, I know I'm not gonna waste $1,400 on a plane ticket to learn, not even to start on the
It's
field,
news.
stay, all of
It's all
that.
part of the experience, isn't it? Forget the Manchester United experience. Just come have the reckless experience,
No,
innit, bro?
well, yes, a hundred
You know,
percent.
come to London when KG's doing a show or something, and
And my
the man
brother
will
actually
be,
lives in London too, so that makes it easier, innit?
what free accommodation? I love that.
Yeah. And he's always trying to get me come out there, so
Bro, just worry about the flight then and some spending money, bro. And then
no,
we
hundred
got
percent.
time, man. We got you. Make sure you pull up, bro.
Yes, for sure. Next year, I'm looking at it. The next year,
Hey, we're waiting, bro. We're
yeah,
waiting. Make sure you pull up, fam.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks for calling as well, though, bro.
Blessings always, man.
Take care, take care. It's getting late and I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna lie. But I will speak to the one and only Riri, obviously, because she's a queen amongst our community. What's going on, sis?
Joe, I just came back in here to say Doc is a criminal because I even offered to help Doc with her thumbnails on Canva and she never got back to me, bro. So yeah.
Doctor, doctor, if I speak to you tomorrow and you have not got someone helping you with your thumbnails, I've offered. I got someone call in and call me to call you, and I gave you their number, and he's offered. Riri has offered. That's 3 people offering you services for free, and you are not taking it. You're more of a criminal than me for not pulling up. Yeah, I swear down, doctor. That charges. If I hear tomorrow, she must
I wanted you to end the show on a light note, so that's why I came back in here.
charges. Do you know? Have you got that thing though? Could you read it now? We can end on that. That'll be a nice place.
Oh, sugar, honey, ice tea, Joe. You're killing me here, bro.
No.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Hold on. Just because I love you and I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to.
I can't read it. I cannot. Not live anyway. Let's see if I can find it. There's no. Hold on, I think I might actually be able to. Hold on, read.
Yeah.
Media. Oh, have you got disappearing messages on or something? Oh no.
You do.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do.
I go to my family one because I sent it straight to my family as soon as I got it. Where is it?
I'm waiting for my WhatsApp to load so I could pull it out.
I think I might find it soon. Right, bare pictures of my family. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. All right, let me share screen and you can read it because I'm not going to. Right. I will. I know me. I will start balling. Let me just be honest.
God.
Present, share screen, share screen, share window. All right, here we go. Right, doctor. Not doctor. Sorry.
Doctor.
No,
I wish. I wish.
You read this and then we'll end the show. Yeah.
You share it?
Let me press it. Share.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Let me see if I can read some. Should I try though? Nah. This is nothing at all. Doesn't count. I have only slipped away into the next room. Nothing's happened. Everything remains exactly as it was. I am, I, and you are you. And the old life that you lived so fondly together is untouched, unchanged. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak of me in an easy way, which you always used. Put no difference into your tone. Wear a forced air. Wear no forced air of. I can't even say that word. How do you say that? Solemnity. Hold on.
Great, Joe.
Happy. How do you say that? How do you say that word?
Solemnity.
Where? Where are you?
Well, I'm at wear no forced air of solemnity. Is that how you say that word?
Wear no forced air of solemnity.
Okay.
So it's like being solemn. It's like being solemn.
Yeah.
Thank you. Soulmate, or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes that we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray, pray for me. Let my name never ever let my name be ever the household word that you always was. Let it be spoken without an effort, without the ghost of the shadow upon it. Life means all that it, sorry, life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is absolute unbroken continuity.
What is that? Okay, I got you. I got you. What
No,
is
I can't see it. I'm so far away. It's so small on my screen.
No, I got it. I got it. What is debt but a negligible accident? What should I be out of my Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am but waiting for you for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well.
Can you read it again, please? Because I read it rubbish.
I can. I can. I will do that for you. I'm sorry. Okay. Debt,
No. Here we go again in a nice voice.
yes.
No.
Debt is nothing at all. It doesn't count. I have only slipped away into the next room. Nothing has happened. Everything remains exactly as it was. I am I, and you are you. And the old life that we lived so fondly together is untouched, unchanged. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by the old familiar name. Speak of me in an easy way, which you always used. Put no difference into your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes that we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without an effort, without the ghost of a shadow upon it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is absolute and unbroken continuity. What is this debt but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am but waiting for you for an interval, somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well.
Thank you so much, Riri. Because on that note, I'm gonna end the show and say thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you to everybody who was part of the conversation. And thank you to everybody who's watched. Please make sure you drop a like. Please make sure you share this with someone if they need to hear something like this. And subscribe if you want to hear more of this, because I promise you, I have to do more shows like this. Even if we take Truth is Truth off it and it's just called the Checkup, and we're just gonna keep checking on our strong friends. People, please check in on someone today. All right. It's all love. Take care. Peace.